Valley 22-10 as they come in on today. And the other side, Frontier 21-8, just 45 miles away over in Fairfield. Brendan Mullen on the hill for the Warriors. He'll get the start today. And the first pitch is a sidearm breaking ball outside for ball one. The hitter is Casey Lowe. He is the designated hitter. And the leadoff guy. These two teams have already squared off twice. And Warriors have won both the contests, one here and one there. So the third game, final one is here right now. There was a pitch just above the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Evan, everything working over there? I can hear myself well. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is inside 3-0 now on the leadoff guy. Let's see. Here's the audio. That's a power. This is auxiliary out right here. There's strike one. 3-1 now on the hitter. Casey Lowe out of Halsted, Texas. He's the designated hitter for this ball club, the Frontier Bobcats. Here's the next delivery. Sprayed off on the right side, and it's 3-2. So we're down 3-0 now. It's Mullen has worked all the way back to 3-2. From the stretch, here's the 3-2 pitch. That's a foul tip at the plate off the catcher. It stays 3-2. Still not getting the output over there, Evan. I can hear, and there's a 3-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit hard toward left field. Chalmers is over toward the line. He'll play it on a hop, and it's a leadoff base hit. Takes a big turn. He'll come all the way back, though. They get the ball in pretty quickly. So a base hit to left. That's how the game leads off with Casey Lowe. Cam Napier now the hitter. Napier wears number 7. He's a 6-footer out of Lexington, Kentucky. And a sophomore. Bats on right side. Plays shortstop for Frontier. Let's see if they decide to run here early on. They've got speed over at first base. And the first pitch is take on the outside corner, strike one. So Napier at the plate. Trying to look at some stats for them as we go here. And the ball is taken for a strike. 0-2 now on the hitter. And runner at first base, Lowe has made no attempt to move from there yet. We'll see if he does it now. Lowe has stolen 11 bases, been caught once so far. Good lead to first base, doesn't go, and a pitch is taken off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here, just underway in the first inning. Wind blowing in from center field today, and there's a pitch a little too low, 2-2 now. The leadoff guy worked the full count, got the base hit to left. Mullen has a 4.34 earned run average on the young season. Next pitch is outside. He's gone full in the first 2 hitters. Full count now. Cam Napier is the hitter. It's good in my headset, for whatever that's worth. There's a pitch outside, ball 4. So the leadoff guy gets a base hit. The number 2 guy walks on a full count. They got a little rally going. So 2 on, nobody out. Now the hitter, Gale Salinas. Salinas out of Rogers, Arkansas. He's going to bat from the right side. Third baseman for them. So Wabash and Frontier in a Great Rivers Athletic Conference game this afternoon. And Mullen's in a hole now. First 2 have reached and nobody out. Off the stretch, Mullen brings it to the plate, and that's taken for a strike. picked up by the pitcher from the seat of his pants, throws toward first base, and he got him at first. They say he pulled him off. So the sacrifice is good, and the bases are loaded, nobody out. Sacrifice and an error one on the play, and loads the bases. Hitter now is Mays Grosser. Yeah, that umpire's going to get together and talk about it a little bit, but I don't know there's much chatting to be done about it. They leave him at first base. Mays Grosser out of Russell Springs, Kentucky. Got a big RBI opportunity here in the first inning with nobody out, and the bases are juiced for Frontier. Infield back, and the ground ball's hit to the right side. That's over the first baseman. It goes down the line. Here's one run in. Here comes a second run. Here comes a throw in from the outfield. They'll hold that runner at third base, and it's second and third, and 2 runs in here to start the ballgame. So it's a double down the right field line. Grosser hit a high bounder over the first baseman. And a couple runs scoring. It's 2-0 as we get going here. Still nobody out. The 5-hitter, Josh French, the left fielder, will step in. Second, third, nobody out for Wabash Valley. Nobody. A little bit of trouble for the Warriors getting off the snide here. First pitch is a fastball taken too high, ball one. Mullins in trouble here in the first inning. A little flare down the left field line, a walk. Sacrifice he couldn't field. And then a double down the right field line has made it a 2-0 score. Bunt this time on the first base side. Mullins will pick it up, throw to first base, and it's a sacrifice suicide or safety squeeze. Another run scores, and all of a sudden it is 3-0 with a runner at third and just one out. So that is a sacrifice. It goes 1-3 on the out. Gets an RBI on that. 3-0. And runner at third. The hitter now is Justin Early. He's the first baseman for this club. Well, they've bunted twice. Couple base hits and a walk. First pitch pours right down the middle for a strike to Justin Early. He's the first baseman. He's out of Floyd Knobs, Kentucky. Big kid at 6'4". We'll try to get the sound on for you. We'll be there in a moment, I'm sure. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch popped up on the right side and out of play. 0-2 now. Just one out in the inning. The 0-2 pitch to Early with a runner third, infield in, playing for the plate-to-plate. Ground ball past the first baseman into right field. Early will take the turn. He'll head to second base. Hernandez comes up throwing, and there's no play at second base. Another double, another RBI double, and it's 4-0 in favor of Frontier. 2 ground balls on the right side that have gotten past the first baseman. One over his head, one toward the line. And those are both doubles, and they both were RBI doubles. 4-0. Runner at second base, it is Jordan Carter. Carter's the center fielder out of Lexington, Kentucky. So Frontier, they've lost the first 2 games in this series, and now they're way on top as we get to going here. The first pitch is called for a strike. This is the number 7 hitter in the lineup, 7th guy to bat in the first. Warriors just have one out on the board. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball toward the Frontier dugout. Makes it 0-2. On the hitter, and breaking pitch stays inside as 1-2.
All right. All right.
Runner second and one out. Mullen off the stretch. 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Foul ball, and the runner will go back.
On the audio output, capture 3.
Molly.
Okay.
Bad throw back to second base, and he's back in time. Rough inning, huh? Rough start for Brandon Mullen. Things have not gone his way so far. Nothing hit hard, but 4 runs across. Here's the next pitch. That stays up and in.
Thank you.
2-2 count even now with 1 out and a runner at second base. 4 runs in here in the first for Frontier. Hit hard toward right field. Hernandez over by the line has it. They tag. Here comes a runner. He will hold the throw. Let it throw instead. And in at third base. For the second out of the inning, though, Carter flies out to right. Runner advances. So 2 outs, and now the number 8 hitter is Dylan James. We'll see him all in the first inning if we're not careful. James is out of Columbus, Indiana. They got a widely traveled club for Frontier. They're very good. They've got a good record. They've struggled against the Warriors, but they've had a good year other than that. Pitch from Mullins is hit hard, high and deep toward center field. Dixon going back toward the wall, looks up, and that ball stays in the ballpark, and it bounces off the wall. Third double of the inning, third RBI double makes it 5-0. That ball is the hardest hit ball of the inning. Hit that ball straight away to center field, and all but got out of here. Scoring on the play was Justin Early. 5 runs across. The hitter is the number 9 man in the order. He's the catcher, Sean McConaughey, out of Columbia, Illinois. Are we good to go, Evan?
Yeah.
We're finally cooking with audio. We'll recap this. We've had a little trouble getting the audio together, but we'll recap the first inning for you. Between innings, so you'll know exactly what happened. But it's 5-0, and the Warriors are yet to come to bat. And it's a 9 hitter in the lineup. Number 9 in the order is the catcher. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. Outside corner at the letters, strike 1. Thanks for joining us for Warrior Baseball on News Channel 15's YouTube channel. Breaking pitch stays inside 1-1. Softball going on behind us. Lady Warriors taking on Lincoln Trail in the softball game. Mullen off the stretch. Runner stays at second. The pitch is outside. 2-1. I don't have a pitch count, but Mullins has thrown quite a few of them here in the early going. Runner at second, 2 outs. The number 9 hitter at the plate. 2 balls and a strike to him, and that one stays inside. Now it's 3-1. Three-one pitch to McConaughey. Here it comes. Strike 2. Well, he was full on the first hit of the inning and the second hit of the inning. Now on the 9th hitter, he's gone back to a full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner at second. And 5 runs in for the Frontier Bobcats. Ground ball tapped over the pitcher, and Mullen has it. He'll underhand to first base for the final out of the inning. So we finally get the third out of the inning, and the play goes 1-3 on the putout. Well, they score 5 times. Let me just tell you how this. Let me recap the first inning because I know you couldn't hear it. Casey Lowe led off with a base hit, a little line drive down the left field line. Not that well hit, but down the left field line for a hit. Cam Napier walked on a 3-2 pitch, so first and second. The 3-hitter bunted the ball right back up the middle. As the pitcher Mullins fielded, he fell down, threw from the seat of his pants, and the throw was offline. So that sacrifice bunt was good and an error on the pitcher, which loaded the bases. We had Miles Grosser, the 4-hitter, come up. He hit a ground ball that hopped over the first baseman's head toward right field. He got a double and scored a couple on that play. Next hitter, Josh French, bunted back to the mound. We got him out, but a run scored on that play on a safety squeeze. And then Justin Early had a double, drove in a run. Another double by Dylan James. So they had in the inning 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, a couple of walks. Let's see if that's right. 1 hit, 2, 3, 4 hits, a couple of walks, and they left a runner on base. And we have played 1/2 inning, and it's 5-0 as the Warriors come to bat. We're just keep it here. We'll just stay right here, and we'll talk about it for a minute. But that was a very tough inning for us. Nobody left on base as we look at it now. Look over the scorecard. So a hit, a walk, a sacrifice, and an error. A double, a sacrifice, a double, another double, and they scored 5 times. Wabash Valley in the hole, starting the ball game. Buffington will be the hurler. Where's number 37? Drake Buffington. We'll tell you about his year so far. He has not pitched against the Warriors as I look over my notes at least. And he has thrown for them. He has a tremendous earned run average of .61. So less than 1.0 on his earned run average. He's been in 6 games and has started 1. Warriors won the first game against these two, 13-3. That was here at Wabash. Then at Frontier, we won 9-2 back about a week ago. If we're going to win today, we have to come from behind. The Warriors will start it off with the lineup of Enrico Vich leading off. Here in the first of the Vich, Brown, and Schalmoser. Vich is a shortstop on this ball club. Buffington, a right-hander. And the first pitch he throws is fouled. And it's 1 strike now on Vich. This kid is 6'6" out of Goreville, Indiana. Aaron Buffington. So Southern Illinois kid. The Warriors have a good record, 22-10, but they lost 3 over the weekend down at Walter State against very good competition. There's a pitch too high, 1-1. Wind blowing in today, not that hard, maybe 6 or 7 miles an hour, but straight in from center field. May have helped the Warriors back in the first on a fly ball that almost got out of here to center. Ooh, nice breaking pitch, catches the outside corner, according to the umpire, strike 2. I don't think Vich thought that was a strike. Umpire did, though. That's what counts. Vich hitting .426 on the young season. I guess he's not that young anymore. They played, that pitch is over his head, 2-2. Played 32 games. We're about halfway through. Maybe a little more than that. Now they're having trouble getting the ball back to the pitcher. The umpire and the catcher talking about it. I can't throw it back. You try it. We're in the bottom of inning number 1. Frontier got 5 in the top of the first. Enrico Vich, the leadoff guy for the Warriors here. Counts 2-2 to him. And that's a close pitch up and in, though. 3-2. It'd be nice for the Warriors to get a run or 2 back here. You don't have to get all 5 back at once, but you need to at least put something up on the board, make them think a little bit. Outfield deep out of center field. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. He was right on it and fouled it straight back. Around the outfield, they got French in left, Carter in center, and Grosser out in right field. All 3 of those guys, especially the center field, were pretty deep. Wind blowing in, I feel a little chilly. And that's not my favorite feeling either. So Enrico Vich trying to get started for Wabash Valley here in the bottom of inning number 1. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the right side on a breaking pitch. The giving chase over there is early, and he can't get there. It's out of play. Third meeting between these two teams. The Warriors trying to sweep them for the year. Three and 2 on the leadoff guy, Enrico Vich. Buffington's pitch hit hard toward left field. Going over toward the line is French, looking up, bouncing against the fence. Vich will motor into second base with a stand-up double to lead it off for the Warriors. That ball's hit well. Again, the wind blowing in today. That ball had plenty of carry on it. One hops the wall left. Now the hitter is Connor Brown. Brown hitting .405 on the season. And he's got 6 home runs. He's got some pop to him. Young man from Las Vegas, Nevada. Second baseman for the Warriors, bats from the left side. Small lead at second by Vich. First pitch is way outside on a breaking pitch, ball 1. Buffington's next delivery. Here it comes. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. Talked about it, but the Warriors played a national powerhouse last weekend down in Morrisonville, Tennessee. And we took 3 on the chin down there. Here's the next pitch. That's low inside. 2 balls and a strike. Not sure what they're chomping about over down in the Frontier dugout. That pitch was too low. Matt McHugh is the manager for Frontier. Does a good job with this ball club. They're always competitive. 2-1 pitch to Brown. Breaking pitch right there, strike 2. It's not what he's looking for, not what he wanted. Buffington off the stretch. Looks at second base. Vich not much of a lead. Here comes the pitch. Too high, 3-2. So he's gone full on the first 2 hitters. Well, they gave him a 5-run lead. And he's gone full count of the first 2 hitters. And it'd be nice to get another guy on base. Vich led it off with a double down the left field line. Next pitch to Connor Brown. That's too low, and it's ball 4. There's a gift for you. After the Warriors gave up 5 in the first, they walked the number 2 guy. And it's first and second, nobody out. Hitter now is Brady Shalmoser. Shalmoser, a .421 hitter. He's just a freshman, plays left field for Wabash. And the Warriors have impressive numbers. He has 7 home runs on the season, 33 RBIs. So Buffington in a little bit of trouble after getting a 5 spot on his side. He's giving up a double and a walk. First pitch to Shalmoser. That's taken for a strike. Vich leads from first. It's Brown from first, Vich from second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swung right through that one. So now Buffington's got him set up for that good hard breaking pitch maybe. Shalmoser had a pretty good pitch at that time, just didn't connect with it. Next pitch to Shalmoser, swing and a miss, got him out, number 1. Strikeout. First of the day, now the hitter is Leandro Hernandez. Hernandez plays right field for the Warriors. And he's got a .437 batting average. Got some pop as well. 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. The Warriors got a leadoff double from Vich, then a walk to Brown. They like to move those runners along. Shalmoser failed to do that. Again, you don't have to go all 5 back, but you need to get a couple, maybe at least 1, huh? Pitch from Buffington to the plate. No, instead to second base, and almost threw it away. Nice play by the second baseman, James, to go get the baseball. Jumped over the runner. The glasses went flying. You can probably see the flag flying if you're watching the stream, but it's not blowing out today. Blowing in from right and right center a little bit. Here's the next pitch. Ground ball, third base. That is nice diving stop there. Steps, he tagged. Oh, he missed the tag. Tried to tag the runner on a fielder's choice, and Salinas going to give him a base hit, I think. He was playing deep. And nice base run that time by Vich to somehow beat the throw to third base. That's a mistake on the part of Frontier. Now the umpire is going to talk a little bit, and I think what we're going to say is he had his hand down there, and McHugh's going to talk to him about it, but I don't think he's going to win the argument. We'll have bases loaded. That'll be a base hit for Hernandez. The umpire's going to talk about it with him a little bit, but they're not going to change that one. Brings up Owen Cornett. Cornett playing first base for Wabash today. Cornett a .333 hitter, but lots of power. Had 9 home runs on the season. 27 walks and 36 strikeouts, so he reaches base that way as well. Base is loaded now with 1 out. At first pitch is a breakable outside corner for strike 1. 4th hitter in the inning for the Warriors. We've got 5th hitter, pardon me. The only out was recorded on a strikeout by Schalmoser. Ooh, swing and a miss on a pitch too low, and it's 0-2 now to Owen Cornett. And what you don't want here is the strikeout. Just about anything else would be better. Double play ball would be troublesome as well. They're deep out there at the middle infield looking for 2. Swing and a miss. 2nd strikeout out of the inning. Nice pitch. And now Buffington trying to work out his first inning base-loaded jam. He'll have Connor Christensen at the plate. Christensen is the designated hitter in the ball club. .365 average, 4 home runs, 30 RBIs coming into this action today. Well, you hate to think about a first inning at bat being very important, but this one is. With the bases loaded and down by 5, first pitch is a called strike. Warriors need to get a run back here. Yeah, pitch is too low, 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 out. Bottom of the first, Warriors down by 5. Next pitch on the way. That's in the dirt. Nicely done behind the plate. McConaughey with a good stop. 2 balls and a strike now. Matt McEwes does a good job with Frontier. They're always competitive with us. Base hit here would be big for the Warriors. Here's the pitch. It almost got him on a breaking pitch. Stayed inside. It's 3-1. So now 3 balls and a strike, and Connor Christensen can look for a pitch to hit, pitch that he likes. He can be selective on 3-1. If it goes 3-2, the runner will start on the next pitch anyway. That's not all bad. Here's the pitch. Strike, outside corner, pretty pitch. Tough pitch to hit. Took it. 3-2 now. Now the merry-go-round begins when the ball is released. All the runners will move. Ball in the gap might score. The runner from first base, that's Hernandez at first with a big lead. And there they go. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. At the knees, outside corner. Christensen didn't like it, but he got rung up. In the inning, 3 strikeouts for Buffington. And Warriors get a couple base hits and a walk. They leave 3 on. We've played 1 complete. It's 5-0 in favor of Frontier. We'll be back in a minute.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
It's March Madness at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get 0% for 60 months and up to $6,000 off Ram 1500s, or drive a new Pacifica for less than $400 a month. Only at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. How Sweet It Is, the music of James Taylor with award-winning Nashville songwriter Steve Leslie, comes to the Wabash Valley College Brubeck Theater Friday, March 27th at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Wabash Valley Arts Council Performing Arts Series. This special night, also presented in cooperation with the Wabash Valley College Foundation, will host several food trucks, music in the lobby, auctions of authentic James Taylor signed memorabilia, and more. Get your tickets now. Just scan the QR code on your screen.
Well, the first inning, Fairfield, that's yellow and black Frontier Club, had 5 runs on 4 base hits. They had a walk as well was issued. There was an error on the Warriors, and they scored 5 times. The Warriors had the bases loaded and a strikeout. Ended the inning with Connor Christensen looking at a pitch that was just at the bottom of the zone. Top of the order now, Kerry Lowe looks at the first pitch from Mullins in the second. It's a strike call. Mullins reached on a base hit to left his first time up. Mullins is the pitcher, pardon me. Here's the pitch, and Lowe hits it out of play. 0-2. 337 is the season average for this young man. Out of Hazlet, Texas. Designated hitter, 5 feet 6 inches tall. Here's the pitch to him. That pitch is called a ball. I don't do much umpiring. I thought that was right there. Atwell didn't move for it. Must have been outside a little bit. There's a 1-2 pitch to Lowe now. That stays high, 2-2. Mullins had a rough first inning. Flare base hit, a walk, an error by himself as he threw from the seat of his pants. A ground ball, couple of ground ball doubles. Tough inning. And pitches outside, 3-2. It was 3-2 Low back in the first inning when he hit that base hit to left. That Schalmoser played on the hop out there. It was over toward the line, couldn't get there. He fouls it straight back, 3-2 still. Sidearmer Mullen on the hill for the Warriors. He's going to Murray State next year. The redshirt sophomore for Wabash. Next delivery, that's outside. Ball 4. Just off the plate. The leadoff guy is on again here in the second inning. Second walk issued by Mullen. Hitter now is Cam Napper. He walked on a 3-2 pitch his first time. 6-footer out of Lexington, Kentucky. He's a sophomore. And plays shortstop for Frontier. There goes Low. He stumbled and it's fouled at the plate. Hit and run was on. Strike 1. Low had a decent jump, but he stumbled out of the gate over there. Napier, a .338 hitter. Throw to first base, and Lowe is back in time. Lowe has 11 stolen bases, been caught once, so he's got a great track record out there. Leads off first. Mullen off the stretch to the plate. Ground ball towards short. To his right, Vich circles it, throws across his body. A nice play, out number 1. No chance at second base with the runner on the move, and the Warriors get the out on a nice play by the shortstop. And it brings up Gale Salinas. Last time up, Salinas bunted right back to the mound with runners at first and second. And as Mullen tried to throw to first, he slipped out, fell down, had to throw from the seat of his pants and couldn't make the good throw. So 1 on, 1 out here in the top of inning number 2. Warriors down by 5. Salinas tried to bunt last time. Would he do it again? He's the 3-hitter. This one, ground ball, second baseman. Ooh, tough hop. Stays down it, and Connor Brown throws him out for out number 2. Well, he stayed back on the ball, and it kind of worried me. Stayed down nicely and got the out. On the play, Casey Lowe advances to third base on the second ground out. Hitter now is Mays Grosser hit a little ground ball that popped over the head of the first baseman for a double, a 2 RBI double back in the first. That was a big play in that inning. Grosser hitting .376 on the season. First pitch to him is hit high in the air towards center field, going back on the ball is Dixon. He is there, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So much better in the second inning for the Warriors. They get one runner on base on a walk. He's left on base, and we've played 1.5. Wabash Valley trails 5-0 back in just a moment.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
How Sweet It Is, the music of James Taylor with award-winning Nashville songwriter Steve Leslie comes to the Wabash Valley College Brubeck Theater Friday, March 27th at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Wabash Valley Arts Council Performing Arts Series. This special night, also presented in cooperation with the Wabash Valley College Foundation, will host several food trucks, music in the lobby, auctions of authentic James Taylor signed memorabilia, and more. Get your tickets now. Just scan the QR code on your screen.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Bottom of the second inning, the Warriors down by 5. You did get something back here. We'll have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the order. It's Dixon, Atwell, and DeFreitas. Those are the 3 leading it off for the Wabash. Then back to the top of the order. Buffington had trouble back in the first inning. Give up a double, a walk, and an infield hit. And there's a pitch too low for ball 1, but he got out of it. He struck out 3 of the last 4 that he faced back in the first, and bailed himself out. He had 11 strikeouts coming in on the year in 14 innings. Next pitch is away, 2-0. Andrew Dixon, the center fielder for the Warriors, at the dish. Here's the pitch. Bottom of the zone, strike 1. I'm not sure the Warriors and the umpire are really on the same page. Two and 1 on the hitter now. Hit hard toward left field. That ball's going to get down, slices toward the line. Playing on the hop out there is French, taking a turn to first and retreating with a base hit. Andrew Dixon starts it off well. Well, the first inning started off with a double by Vich. Now a base hit to start off the second. Hitter's the catcher, Brady Atwell. Atwell, a 6'3" freshman from Owensboro, Kentucky, bats from the right side. Good lead at first by Dixon. And it pitches a breaking pitch inside for ball 1. Dixon has 1 stolen base, has been caught once. At good speed, though. He's a center fielder for the Warriors. Big lead at first. Buffington to the plate. Breaking pitch, catches the zone. Nice pitch, strike 1. 1-1 now. Atwell hitting .373 on the season. Warriors have put up a lot of runs, a lot of hits. Throw to first base, and Dixon back in plenty of time. Throw again, back again. That's twice. Atwell with a couple home runs, 19 RBIs so far this year. Squares a bunt, does bunt it down the third base line. That's going to be a foul ball. Coach of third base, that's the Warrior manager, Aaron Bidwell. Bidwell. Aaron Biddle. I've known him a couple days. That's Troy stacked down at first base. So ball and 2 strikes now on the hitter, Brady Atwell. Dixon with the lead at first. Nobody out here in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 4th strike out of the day for this hurler, Buffington. He's got a pretty good fastball. Just threw that one right by him. Got a hard breaking pitch as well. Now batting for the Warriors, it's the third baseman, Drake DeFreitas. Drake's a 5'11" sophomore from Boaz, Kentucky. Hitting .375. Throw to first base, and Dixon's back in plenty of time again. He dives back over there. Well, Buffington wearing himself out, throwing over to first base. Justin Early, the first baseman, holds him on. Back again, they throw, and that ball gets away, and there goes the runner. They got a maybe play on him. He throws to second base, and he's going to be out. He's out, that's right. He's still on the ground out there. That ball didn't get very far away from Justin Early at first base, just about 15 feet over in foul territory. And on the play, he's out 1-3-6 for the second out of the inning. So leadoff hits erased, and now DeFreitas will bat with nobody on base. Seemed like a good idea to go, but the ball did not get far enough away. Nothing going the Warriors' direction so far. We've got to change this somehow. Buffington's pitch is a breaking pitch. Call the ball. Umpire hearing it from both sides a little bit now. That pitch they thought was a strike on the Frontier side. Next delivery. That stays up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, we talked about it. The Warriors just need to get a run back somehow. Start scratching away. Warriors have beaten Frontier twice this year already. This is Great Rivers Athletic Conference contest. Outside 3-0. Got Salinas at third base, Napier at short, James at second, Early over at first base. McConaughey's the catcher for Frontier. 3-0. And 4-0 now. Takes that one low and away. The Warriors have had plenty of base runners. That's the 5th base runner the Warriors have had in the first 2 innings. No one has scored yet for the Warriors. We're back to the top of the order. Enrico Vich. Vich bounces off the left field wall up by where it says Bash. Pulled the ball down the line and one hopped the wall. So a leadoff double. He was stranded back in the first inning. Good lead at first for DeFreitas. Buffington's pitch on the way. Breaking pitch is too low, 1-0. See what DeFreitas has done on the bases. He has 8 stolen bases, been caught 3 times. Not a great lead, doesn't go, and the pitch is taken for a strike. 1-1 now on the hitter. Hey, thanks for joining us for Warrior Baseball. We're having a good time, even though we're down 5-0. We're in the second inning. A lot of baseball. We're playing 9 today, I suppose, right? We are playing 9, they say. Next delivery on the way. Up and in. Vich holds up. They don't ask, I don't think, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So Enrico Vich hit the ball hard first time up. Again, the wind blowing in today, so the ball won't carry quite as well, especially not toward center or right. Breaking ball off the plate, way off the plate, 3-1. So Buffington, he's having a little trouble working right now to Enrico Vich. He's got a couple outs already. One of those on the bases and a strikeout. Walked the leadoff guy, Dixon. Tried to advance and a pickoff throw that went past the first baseman, was thrown out at second. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice breaking pitch, top of the zone. And we're back to a full count, 3-2, which is what Vich had in the first inning when he hit the double down the left field line. Long way to go. We're playing 9, so everybody relax. Here comes the pitch. Ground foul ball right back at us. Runner moving, of course, because there's 2 outs and a full count on the hitter. As soon as the ball's released, he'll take off towards second. A ball in the gap might plate him. Getting the outfield very deep, especially out center field with Carter. He is way back out there, long way, and deep and right and left as well. So here's another payoff pitch. 3-2 on the hitter, 2 outs. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Hit high and deep toward left field. Going back to the ball is French. Looking up. He's by the wall. It is out of here. Enrico Vich puts the Warriors on the board with a 2-run jack to left field. He got all of that one. Again, I'm telling you, the wind is not blowing out today at all. And Vich just got a pitch to hit, get a breaking ball that time, and he raised it out of here. And the Warriors on the board now trailing 5-2. So a home run for Enrico Vich. Give him a couple RBIs, and scoring in the play was Drake DeFreitas. That gives it a whole different feel to the ball game now that it's 5-2 instead of 5-0. Now Connell Brown will step in from the left side. He'll take a shot at this pitcher. He walked his last time up. And Buffington's first pitch is taken just off the plate outside, ball 1. Lady Warriors are playing Lincoln Trail in softball today. That game is in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Counts even 1-1. Wabash trails that game 3-2. They're trying to send it to extra innings somehow. A 1-1 is the count on Connor Brown, the hitter for the Warriors. Next pitch to him is taken a little too low. 2-1, and the Frontier dugout harps on the umpire a little bit. The umpire's hitting from both sides today. That's probably a good sign, isn't it? Having an average day at least. Next pitch taken, almost got him. He thinks he did get him. The umpire said no. And moves the count to 3-1. That pitch was a breaking ball, just about got him on the back leg. Now Brown can look for something to drive. And he takes a big cut and swings through it. 3-2 now. Nobody on, 2 out here in the inning number 2, bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. He walked him again on a 3-2 pitch. Second time today that he's reached on a base on balls.
I heard you were looking for me.
Now batting Brady Schalmoser, who struck out back in the first. Here comes the pitching coach for Frontier to talk about it. They got Matt McHugh in the dugout, Chris Laura, Patrick Collins, and Cade Appleman, I think, is the pitching coach coming out there right now. Well, Buffington has walked 3, struck out 4, and given up a 2-run home run to Enrico Vich. So the Warriors finally got on the board. It's 5-2 in favor of Fairfield or Frontier. So the whole infield out there chatting away, and they're going to break up that little confab. And that conference is over, and that's a visit. Chalk that up to the yellow team, they say. Umpire gives a signal toward the press box up here. The camera angle you have that's right where we are. We're seated right behind the plate. Maybe, 10 feet up off the ground. Good seats. Well, Schalmoser went down 1-2-3 strikes last time up. Got behind in the count and never did put the ball in play. So So leading off first base is Connor Brown. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take off. Doesn't take off. Pitch is too low for ball one. Well, this inning, at one point they had 2 out and nobody on when DeFreitas walked in a home run by Vich. Then a walk to Brown. So Buffington a little bit of a jam now, mainly of his own doing. Deep in center field is the Carter out there. That pitch is too low, 2-0. Way behind now. Schalmoser can look for something to sit on, hit it hard somewhere. Connor Brown 5 stolen bases and been thrown out 3 times so far. 2-0 on Schalmoser. There goes the runner. Ball's in the dirt. They throw down, and in safely with the stolen base is Connor Brown. So stolen base after the walk. Count moves to 3-0. What a difference an inning makes. Last time up it was 0-2, and he struck out swinging. Now first 3 pitches out of the zone. And Schalmoser looks to third. I think they may let him hit here. Base hit would score the run. He's the number 3 hitter in the Warrior lineup, so you have to have a lot of confidence in him. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and he takes strike 1 outside corner. Leandro Hernandez is the on-deck hitter. Schalmoser got the stick in his hands right now. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, count 3-2. Schalmoser out of Downers Grove, Illinois, 6'2", 205-pound freshman. Wind blowing in today. Here's the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, too high, ball 4. Third walk of the inning. Now to Leandro Hernandez. Well, I don't know how far they go with Buffington. They're going to finally get somebody loose down the bullpen. I would have thought, he had a great first inning, even though he had the bases loaded. Had 1 ball hit hard, that was it, and 3 strikeouts. But this inning started with a base hit by Dixon. And then Atwell was struck out. Dixon thrown out trying to go to second base on an overthrow, and then DeFreitas walked. Home run by Vich. Walk to Brown, walk to Schalmoser. Now Hernandez hits a 2 on and 2 out. Warriors have scratched a couple back here in the second inning. Ooh, ball in on him. Hernandez fisted down the line. That's like a perfect bunt, and no throw. He took a big full swing at that, hit it off the handle for an infield base hit. Now the bases are loaded. Well, you couldn't bunt it any better than that. Just right down the third base line and no chance for anybody to make a play. And the hitter's Owen Cornett. Cornett's one of the guys who's one of the 3 strikeouts back on the first. Again, he did it on 3 straight pitches. I think Cornett may be anxious and maybe swinging at the first strike he sees here. That would be my guess. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the bottom of the second. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Cornett's going to make an adjustment at the plate. Buffington, big 6'6" right-hander out of Goreville, working for Frontier. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tying run at first base. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Had him 0-2 last time up and struck him out. We'll see what happens on 0-2 now. Catcher's got to be on his toes back there. McConaughey, something gets by him. We'll try to score the run from third base. That's Connor Brown with good speed running from third. He's got a decent lead. Here's the pitch. Half swing, and he went. Yes, he did. Strike number 3. Second strikeout of the day for Cornett, and the second in the inning. 5 on the day for Buffington. Well, in the inning, we score a couple runs. We do that on just 1 base hit, correct? 2 base hits. We leave 3 on, and we go to the bottom top of the third inning. It's 5-2, Warriors trailing Frontier.
811. If you're not familiar with that, the Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence post or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
When we tear it down, you know the magic that we got, nobody can touch the show. Looking for some trouble tonight. Take my hand, I'll show you.
The Warriors gave up 5 runs in the first. Brandon Mullen back out there to pitch some more. They hit the ball that hard that inning, just got some breaks. Warriors finally come back, get a couple in the second inning, and a 2-run home run by Enrico Vich. Now trail it 5-2. So again, Brendan Mullen back on the hill. Mullen has thrown 18 innings coming into this contest. And it struck out 23. He'll have the number 5 hitter, Josh French, followed by Early and Carter. French sacrificed himself on a safety squeeze last time, got the RBI on a bunt. Tries to bunt again, takes it back, and it's strike 1. And French looks back, did I swing? Because I don't think I swung, and I think the ball was low, and the umpire said, well, I called it a strike, so. Not sure why, if that was swinging or called. Josh French hitting .366 on the season for Frontier. Some umpires had a lot of people asking questions today. Kind of the way that works. Here's the 0-1 delivery, fouled off, and it's 0-2. Lady Warriors lost that first game today against Lincoln Trail 3-2 as a final in softball. Play another one here in about 15 or 20 minutes. 0-2 pitch from Mullen off the stretch to the plate. Just a little bit high and outside, 1-2. His umpire is not too popular right now. He's not making anybody very happy. Here's French out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. Ground ball to third base. Stand out on the ball is DeFreitas. Throws across. Plenty of arm. Got him for out number 1. I love baseball. I love that. It's just such a pretty play. The third baseman comes up and that ball just sails straight across there on the line. The hitter is Justin Early. He's the first baseman for Frontier. .391 season average. He's a big kid, 6'4". And he's got 3 home runs on the season. Again, this club is good. They're 21-8. There's a foul ball at the plate. In conference, they are 8-3. 2 of the losses to Wabash, 1 to Lakeland. They beat Lakeland twice. Warriors weren't able to do that. They beat Southeastern 3 times and Shawnee 3 times. They've swept the lesser teams, which is what you're supposed to do. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Early. He stays inside, 1-1. He stayed right there, not afraid to get hit by it, but that's a breaking ball that didn't bite back. Warriors gave up 5 runs back in the first, got a couple back in the second. Trying to hold them where they are right now. Here's the pitch. It sails away on a breaking pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Too far off the plate for Early to entertain, really. Early had a double down the right field line his first time, a ground ball between the first baseman on the bag as he swings through strike 2. He got an RBI on that double down the line. Now 2-2 on the hitter. Ball popped up out of play, stays 2-2. The infield for the Warriors is Drake DeFreitas at third, Enrico Vich at short, Connor Brown at second base, and Owen Cornett is the first baseman. In the outfield from left to right is Brady Shalmos or Andrew Dixon and Leandro Hernandez. Brady Atwell doing the catching call on the signs back there. 2-2 pitch. He got him with a breaking pitch. Got him looking for the second out of the inning on a strikeout. Again, the hitter wasn't really sure that was a strike either. So he's been a lot of second guessing of the umpire. Now Josh Carter, who popped up to right his last time up. Nobody on and nobody out here. This could be the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for either side. The Warriors have left 6 on base through 2 innings. Left the base loaded both innings. There's a strike call. So Buffington's worked out of some jams. And Frontier still has the lead. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball toward third. Oh, gets by the third baseman DeFreitas. They're going to make a tough play anyway. We'll give him a base hit on that ball. Not hit hard, but just in the hole between short and third. And Carter reaches. That'll bring up the second baseman, Dylan James, who hit the best ball, the hardest hit ball that they've hit today. One hopper off the center field wall, right center, just right of center field a little bit. So James hit the ball hard last time. He's got a runner at first and 2 outs now. Mullins had done a pretty good job attacking the strike zone. Much better than it was early. There's one in the zone, popped out of play for a strike. Beautiful day for baseball here. Come on out, bring a jacket. Pick-off play, and it's close over there. He's back in time. Running first base is Jordan Carter, their center fielder, so you know he's got some speed. And with 2 outs, I don't know if they'll start him or not. We're at the number 8 hitter in the order. Maybe you just want to bat through the lineup here and get back to the top. 0-1 pitch, runner doesn't go. Swing and a miss at a breaking pitch. Stepped out on it. It's 0-2. Carter 9 stolen bases in 11 attempts. 0-2. I still wouldn't be surprised to see him take off. 2 outs in the inning. Throw to first base, and he's back in time. French grounded out to third, then early struck out looking. Carter got a base hit. He's at first base now with 2 outs and 0-2 on the hitter, Dylan James. Mullen works off the stretch. There goes the runner, and ball's inside and stolen base. They picked the right pitch to run on. The ball almost hit the hitter. I mean, it was so close inside, an easy stolen base. So Carter now at second base. He's in scoring position. Something that the infield would probably score him. 1-2 on the hitter, Dylan James. Just go after this guy. Mullins pitch. Threw it right by him for strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning and a second on the day. In the inning, they get 1 base run on a hit. He's left on base. No runs, no errors. We've played 2.5. Wabash coming to bat trailing 5-2.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school. And today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here. And so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest.
Well, this pitcher, Aaron Buffington, has been pretty good. He struck out 5 in the first 2 innings, gave up a home run to Enrico Vich, but he stranded 6 runners. And the strikeout's been a big part of his success. So 5 strikeouts through 2 innings for Buffington. He'll face Connor Christensen, Andrew Dixon, and Brady Atwell. In the bottom of inning number 3, Warriors trailing by 3. First pitch from Buffington this inning is a fastball too low for a ball 1. Next pitch taken, that's too low, 2-0. The DH is Connor Christensen. He struck out looking his first time up. 365 batting average for the season. And there's activity in the Frontier bullpen. This guy's thrown a lot of pitches through 2 innings. Several full counts. Connor has something in his eye and has to rub his eye for a minute, stepped out of the box. I don't think that counts against you as far as time goes. You only have so much time to get in the box, so much time to pitch. The ball hit in the air towards center field. Carter, make it the right fielder instead, and he is there and makes the grab. The Sunfield is out number 1. Grosser makes the play, pardon me. We got way under that one, popped it up to right, and Grosser had time to find it, even with the sun in his eye. Now batting Andrew Dixon. Dixon had a base hit last time up. Hit a line drive to left field. They tried to pick him off 3 or 4 times. About the 4th time it got by the first baseman. He tried to advance the second and got thrown out trying to get there. That pitch is inside, ball 1 to Andrew Dixon. Andrew's a freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, 6'3" left-hander at the plate. Buffington's next pitch fouled back, strike 1, 1-1. Well, Buffington's been good, but he's thrown too many pitches. He won't be able to last very long. I would think that would be the case at least. Next delivery. Ooh, nice breaking pitch. And first baseman early plays it on the hop and beats the runner to the bag for out number 2. Now batting is the catcher, Brady Atwell. First pitcher, Buffington, has struck out 5 Warriors. He's also walked 4 Warriors. Those are all high pitch count at bats. Catcher for the Warriors, Atwell, batting .373. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the inning, and early at first baseman way off the bag. And first pitch is too low for ball 1 on a breaking pitch. Early has got to be, 35 feet off the base over there at first base? Ground ball toward the bag. He would not get there. The ball popped up out of play, 1-1. Two outs already in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swing out of his shoes at a breaking ball that time. Another breaking pitch. That one a little too high. Most of the Frontier, most of the Bobcats were headed off the field on that pitch. Counts even 2-2. Atwell leading, batting with 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 3. Nobody on base. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back on that fastball. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs to Atwell. Here it comes. Breaking ball hit down the left field line, pulled foul. Hit it well, but way out ahead of that breaking pitch. Again, Buffington throwing quite a few pitches out there. This, if he gets this guy, would be the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for either side. Here's Buffington's pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Strikeout number 6 of the day for Buffington ends the inning. Nothing across for the Warriors. We played 3. We go to the top of inning number 4. It's 5-2 in favor of Frontier.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
All night long.
Well, here we go to the top of inning number 4. Both teams have 5 hits. Warriors have only walked 2 Frontier Bobcats. They've walked 4 Warriors, but they lead at 5-2. Wabash has left 6 runners on base. They've left 2 on base. Number 9, 1 and 2 in the order. Seth McConaughey, the catcher, leads off against Brendan Mullen. Sidearm delivery is hit in the air toward right field. Hernandez breaks in toward the line. He will make a nice running grab for out number 1. So McConaughey is the first pitch. Now in the right field line. A nice play by Hernandez to come and get that ball. Had to come a long way for it and read it well. So back to the top of the order to Casey Lowe. Base hit and a walk, both times up on full count pitches. This guy's already seen 12 pitches today from Mullen. Should have a pretty good read on him. Right-hander against right-hander. The sidearm delivery comes outside for ball 1. So it's the top of the 4th, and this young man's getting his 3rd look at Brendan Mullen. Mullen won't go a whole lot farther either, I don't think. Here's the pitch. Strike call. Bends back across the plate. The sidearm delivery started out off the plate a little bit and broke back in. Low hitting .337, bats from the right side. Here's the pitch to him. Fouled off on the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball over the bullpen as they've got somebody getting loose down there for Frontier. Count goes 1-2. Buffington had a pretty easy 3rd inning against the Warriors. Pitch sails high, 2-2. Warriors went down 1-2-3 in the 3rd for the first time today. So I anticipate Buffington will be back out for the 4th. 2-2 pitch is outside, 3-2. So his 3rd at bat of the day, and our 3rd at plate appearance of the day. He's walked into base hit every time he's worked the count full, making the pitcher work hard. It's a good sign of a good leadoff hitter. 3-2 pitch on the way. Hit high, hit on the line toward right, and making the play out right fielder Hernandez. Split the gap out there on that line drive, came up with it. That's a nice play by Hernandez and right. Good read and got to it. I thought that ball was down. It was hit hard, but it stayed in the air just long enough for Hernandez to get there. Slow is retired for the first time today. Now batting is Cam Napier. The shortstop is grounded out to short and walked. He scored a run back in that 5-run first. Almost got him inside for ball one. Warriors play Shawnee this weekend, Thursday at Shawnee, and then 2 here on Saturday. The ball's hitting the gap toward left center field. Center fielder Dixon over to his right, makes the play. So nice outfield play in the inning, and they go 1-2-3 for the first time today. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Wabash Valley coming to bat, trailing 5-2.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
New season, new ride. Steve Faulkner Automotive has F-150s with 0 down and 0% for 60 months and full-size Broncos to lease as low as $378 a month. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Spring is a great time for Jeeps. Get a Jeep Grand Cherokee L with 0% financing or a 2026 Jeep Wrangler. Lease for only $359 a month. Fresh pricing is waiting for you at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Last 2 times his teams met, the Warriors won 9-2. This guy, Johnny Lee, pitched part of that ball game. He was the second holder that day. It's the second holder today. He comes in relief of Buffington, who pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 walks, but only 2 runs. And he could be he's got the lead 5-2. Johnny Lee, the hurler, now with a .366 earned run average on the season, 19 innings pitched. And he has only walked 9. He struck out 26 in the first pitch. He is too low to Drake DeFreitas, leading off for the Warriors in the bottom of inning number 4. DeFreitas walked and scored back in the second, ahead of the home run by Vich. So Buffington, with his 6 strikeouts, is done for the day. Here's the pitch by Lee, and a big swing and a miss, strike 1. Lee wears number 34. He is 5'10" out of Romeoville, Illinois. Frontier recruits pretty widely. 1-1 delivery. Ooh, nice breaking pitch, but it sails away. Two balls and a strike. That ball's outside. I say nice breaking pitch because I didn't think it was going to break. He did have a good sharp break at the end. DeFreitas saw it well. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 3. 3-1. So Johnny Lee in relief, trying to get the first hitter he faces. DeFreitas being patient up there, waiting for the pitch he likes. 3-1 pitch on the way. Line drive over the third baseman's head. That's a solid base hit for DeFreitas. He'll take the turn to first, and the ball comes in. So a leadoff hit for the Warriors, Drake DeFreitas. Nicely done. Back to the top of the order. Enrico Vich will hit. Vich has pulled the ball both times up. Once he one-hopped the wall and left. The other time he left the yard with a 2-run home run. That's how the Warriors got both of our runs. And that inning, it was Drake DeFreitas at first base who scored on that home run. So it's 1 on, nobody out here. Top of the 4th inning, Warriors down 5-2. Johnny Lee, the hurler off the stretch, looks at first. Nods, and finally comes to the plate and outside for ball 1. Both times up, Vich, we had a full count before he got those extra base hits. So he's staying back, very relaxed at the plate. DeFreitas leads from first. Here's the pitch. Runner doesn't go. Pitch is too high. 2-0. So Johnny Lee's got to come to him now. 2-0 on the leadoff guy for the Warriors, Vich. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Well, the Warriors need base runners. I'm pretty sure that Vich will be taken here on 3-0. They're going to go out, and McConaughey go out and talk to his pitcher. So Johnny Lee came in the game, and he got a 3-1 count before DeFreitas hit a line drive to left for a base hit. Now he's down 3-0 to Vich. They talk a little bit on the mound, waiting for the wind to quit blowing, I guess, huh? Finally, the catcher will come back and take his spot. Runner first, nobody out here. Bottom of the 4th, Warriors need more runs. They're down 5-2. (3-0) on the leadoff guy, Enrico Vich. And there's a strike right there. 3-1 now. So Vich gets back in the box. Johnny Lee. In release of Buffington for Frontier from the stretch. Leading at first is DeFreitas. He's not going anywhere. There's the pitch. Popped up on the right side. Second baseman James shields his eyes. Makes the play for out number 1. Ball hit pretty high for the first out. And the hitter now is Connor Brown, the second baseman for Wabash. He's walked and he's walked. He has a stolen base. He was stranded both times. So on 3-1, Vich thought he had a pitch to hit, and Lee got him to pop it up on the right side. Well, nice spring day. Going to get nicer as the week goes along, I understand. I say Thursday is the big pick day here. Leading at first to Freitas. Here's the pitch to Brown. That's too low. Ball 1. So the Warriors have out hit Frontier 6-5, but trail 5-2 in the run column. Twice we stranded the bases loaded, both first 2 innings. Lee's pitch popped up left side, out of play though. Just a strike. 1-1 now on the count. Freitas led the inning off with a base hit. He's still over first base now with 1 out. Doesn't go, and pitches a curveball that bites the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice pitch. Now Brown will have to protect the plate a little bit. So Johnny Lee was behind 3-0 on Enrico Vich. He got him to pop up. Now heading the count 1-2 here with Connor Brown. Here's the pitch on the way from 1-2. Popped up, left side, out of play. The count stays 1-2. I think Lee must have a little more on that fastball than it appears. Nobody hit him yet. Bryce Thompson is in the house. How about that? Everything is right now. Everybody calmed down when they saw Bryce. Even the umpires. Ball 2 strikes. That's off of Connor Brown. He got hit by the pitch. He's reached all 3 times. Hasn't got a base hit yet. Brown has been hit by a pitch and walked twice. So he reaches for the 3rd time. And at second base is DeFreitas after the hit by pitch. The hitter now is Brady Schalmoser. Schalmoser struck out back in the first out of the game for the Warriors was Schalmoser's strikeout. And then he walked back in the 2nd inning and was stranded. So 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Johnny Lee on the hill for Frontier. Pitch to Schalmoser inside, ball 1. Nice play by the catcher. Frontier trying to salvage 1 game out of 3. The Warriors have won the first 2 in this series. It's a rare Tuesday afternoon conference game for Wabash. Here's the pitch to Schalmoser, breaking pitch. That's inside and almost got him. Bryce, they don't flinch anymore on balls inside. That doesn't bother anybody. It's like they're playing with wiffle balls. Nobody gets hurt. It does sting a little bit. 2-0 on Brady Schalmoser now. One out, 2 on. Here's the pitch. 3-0 inside. Well, he's thrown 3 pitches in on him. And you think on 3-0 probably you'll make him take, but yeah, I don't know. They might let him goose one here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Well, no need to swing at that, ball 4. First walk of the inning along with a hit batter. And now the bases are loaded. They'll go out and talk to the pitcher. And Johnny Lee's had a rough time. Gave up a base hit to DeFreitas. Hit a batter. That was Brown. And now walk Schalmoser. Bases loaded. Just 1 out. Twice we left the bases loaded. 1st inning and 2nd inning. So Johnny Lee, he could use a breaking. He could use a ball on the ground here, double play ball. Buffington had 6 strikeouts in his 3 innings of work. That's how he got out of most of his jams. Pitching coach out talking to the hurler. And they've got another guy getting loose in the bullpen. I bet they've got 4 or 5 more guys that'll throw before the day's over. Another right-hander getting loose down there. And I don't remember them letting the managers talk to pitchers this long. This is the same thing in softball today. They're just out there just chatting away. It's like, I guess it helps the guy in the bullpen. Doesn't help me much. All right, well, the pitching coach is going to go off the field. The runners go back to their bags. DeFreitas the 3rd. He reached on a base hit. Brown the 2nd. Reached on a hit by pitch. Schalmoser walked. He's at first base. Leandro Hernandez has a couple base hits on the day. In fact, both his base hits are on the infield. One at 3rd base where they made a try to get the ball. A guy at 3rd and couldn't get him there on the force. And the other one was just a swinging bunt down the 3rd base line. So he's pulled the ball both times, and it's Johnny Lee now pitching against Leandro Hernandez. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss and a breaking pitch off the zone. No balls, 1 strike. Hernandez a little anxious that time. That pitch wasn't close. Bases loaded. The Warriors left him loaded twice already. We're in the 4th, trailing 5-2. Here's the pitch. Big hook that time and swing and a miss. Nice pitch. So after a hit batter and a walk, he's thrown first 2 strikes to Hernandez. First was off the plate, but he swung at it. The second one, big swing and a good curveball in the zone. So now Hernandez will have to shorten up a little bit on the bat, on the swing, and put it in contact. Put it in play somewhere. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Same as before. All three of them were curveballs, all three swings and misses for the second out of the inning. Now with a strikeout or a ground ball, they could get out of it. And here comes Owen Cornett. He struck out his first 2 times. The big lefty for the Warriors leads the Warriors in home runs. He's got 9 of them. But he also has a bunch of strikeouts on the year. So Johnny Lee trying to get out of the jam. It's his own doing. He gave up a base hit to DeFreitas, hit a batter and walked one. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Owen Cornett at the plate for Wabash. Johnny Lee off the stretch to the plate. Breaking pitch stays out of the zone, low and away, ball 1. What Cornett is due. Base hit here would make it a much better ball game. Bases loaded, 2 out. Lee from Romeoville, Illinois brings it to the plate. That's inside. Nice stop by McConaughey back there. In the dirt inside, 2-0 now. Now on 2-0, Cornett can just sit on something and wait for something inner half to drive. You don't have to swing at this if you don't like it. Cornett has exceptional power. Here's the 2-0 pitch with the bases loaded and 2 out. Here it comes. Ooh, nice pitch, breaking ball outside corner. That's not what you're looking for on 2-0. And he froze him with that pitch. Tough pitch to hit. 2 balls and a strike now. And Lee's breaking pitch has been his best pitch. 2-1 on the hitter. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air left side. Going back on the ball's the third baseman. Salinas over by the fence, and he reaches up and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. Cornett fouls out to the third baseman for the final out of the inning. In the inning, the Warriors get 1 base hit, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, and strand 3 runners. We've stranded 9 through 4 innings and trail 5-2. Back in a minute.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
How Sweet It Is, the music of James Taylor with award-winning Nashville songwriter Steve Leslie comes to the Wabash Valley College Brubeck Theater Friday, March 27th at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Wabash Valley Arts Council Performing Arts Series. This special night, also presented in cooperation with the Wabash Valley College Foundation, will host several food trucks, music in the lobby, auctions of authentic James Taylor signed memorabilia, and more. Get your tickets now. Just scan the QR code on your screen.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to the lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Leading off for Frontier will be Gail Salinas here in the inning number 5. This thing's moving right along. Salinas out of Rogers, Arkansas. Warriors have stranded 9 runners through 4 innings. They left the base loaded 3 times. That's a tough, tough day. Salinas, the 3-hitter, looks at the first pitch off the plate from Mullins, who's in his 5th inning of work for Wabash. Ball 1. We had bases loaded, and we had Hernandez and Cornett coming up. Strikeout and a pop-up. That's how they got out of the inning. Ground ball, left side, charged by Vich. Throws across his body, out number 1. Rico Vich throws on the move a lot, moving toward his right, made a nice play. Here now is the right fielder, Mays Grosser. 376 batting average on the season. And he's got 4 home runs and 20 RBIs. First pitch is too high to him. Hit a double back in the first on a ground ball down the first base line that popped over the first baseman's head. High hopper. And flew out to center field last time. There's a pitch that's too low, 2-0. Get the wind blowing in today. Pitch from Mullen, ground ball, charged by the shortstop. Has it, throws across, guns him down for out number 2. Well, you might as well pick on somebody else. I think Vich has got that figured out. Hitter now is Josh French. He's the left fielder for this club. Put down a sacrifice bunt for an RBI back in the first and grounded out to third his last time up. Mullen shut him down 1-2-3 back in the fourth. This would be the second in a row if he can get this guy. After a rough start, he's had a much better finish. Strike call. Got burnt by some balls weren't hit hard back in the first inning, and just rough work that time. There's a ball hit down the left field line. That's a hit. That's down toward the line, and coming up with the ball out there is Schalmoser. Throws into second base, and he's going to be safe at second base. Ooh, everybody's leaving the field. Nice slide there, and French is in with a double. Nice play by Schalmoser out on the left. He got to it in a hurry, gunned it in there, and good throw. Just not quite in time, evidently. I don't know if you saw the video or not. If you could see the pitcher, everybody moving toward the dugout thought we had that guy. So a 2-out base hit. And Justin Early, the first baseman, will now bat. He hit a ground ball double on the first base line for an RBI first time and got called out looking last time, and now takes a pitch too low for ball 1. 5-2, Warriors trail it. Had a lot of chances. Haven't capitalized very much. Next pitch is taken by Early. That's a strike. Just about halfway through the ball game. We're in the top of inning number 5 with 2 outs and runner at second. Early, the big first baseman, is the number 6 hitter in this lineup. Ball fouled back on a curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Changed speeds a little bit that time. Early couldn't make the connection. Outfield for the Warriors, Schalmoser is left. Dixon playing this guy to pull a little bit in center. Hernandez out in right. One and 2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Coming across is the second baseman, Connor Brown, throws to first base, and they do not catch it. Here comes a run from second base, and he scores. Well, that's a tough play by Connor Brown, the second baseman. If the throw had been good, they would have had him, I think, at first base. Cornett couldn't handle the throw, and another run scores, and it's 6-2 now in favor of Frontier. We're going to give him a base hit on that play, but it's an error on the second baseman that allows that run to score. It's our second error of the day by Wabash Valley. Here now is the center fielder Jordan Carter. Takes a pitch for a ball just off the plate, ball 1. Well, we had a 1-2-3 inning going, a couple of ground balls to short. Then French hit that line driving down the left field line and stretched it into a double and scored on the ground ball. And there's a pitch too low, 2-0. So Frontier tacks on. Now it's 6-2. Tough play by Connor Brown going to his right, threw across his body, and Cornett could not handle the throw. Didn't come up with it. Strike call. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch is too high. 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to Jordan Carter, with Early leading at first base. He reached on that base hit. No RBI on the play. Next pitch on the way. That ball's hitting the air toward right field. Then it's going to get down, but foul. And the count goes full. Hernandez gave chase. That ball's in the corner, way down the line. Early will amble back to first base. Carter out of Lexington, Kentucky is the hitter. And a ground ball tapped toward third base. That's a foul ball. And the count is full, 3-2. It stays that way. Carter popped up to right. Got a base hit last time and a stolen base. Here's the payoff pitch again. Popped back toward us. Foul ball. Count stays 3-2. Well, Carter putting the bat on the ball, just trying to put it in play somewhere. Fouled off a couple 3-2 pitches in a row. Two outs, one on in the inning. One in already, though. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back again. Runner was going. He'll have to go back again. Justin Early, the big kid that plays first base for them, 6'4", from Floyd Knobs, Indiana, gets back toward first base, and he's probably tired of breaking on every pitch, ready for something else to happen. Here it is, 3-2. They throw to first, and Earl's back in time. Justin Early, pardon me. So this little center fielder, Jordan Carter's been a pesky guy at the plate. Fouled off 3 straight 3-2 pitches. Mullen has the sign from his wristwatch and now comes set. There's the pitch. Runner goes, and he took ball 4 on what I thought might have been strike 3. Just off the plate, and he walks in. Early reaches second on the play. Third walk of the day issued by Warrior pitching. Hitter now Dylan James. Second baseman has hit a double. Their hardest hit ball of the day was off the one hopper off the center field wall, and he struck out as well. Out of Columbus, Indiana. Now here comes Aaron Biddle, and that may be enough for Brendan Mullen. He's had a rough day's work out there. We're in the 5th, and he's thrown quite a few pitches, and I think they're going to take the ball from him and say thank you for your work, and we'll get somebody else to finish this up. Maybe not. They're going to talk for a minute. 6-2 right now. Frontier has added a run on here in the top of the 5th. Scored 5 in the first, and Mullen will stay in. This is the number 8 hitter. After the first 2 are out, Early got a base hit. All right. French got a double. Early got the base hit, and Carter has walked. So first and second, 2 out. First pitch popped out of play. And it counted as no balls and a strike to Dylan James. Then he started out well. Got the first 2 guys on ground balls to short. Next 3 have all reached. One of them has scored already. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice job by the Atwell, the catcher, to stop that ball from going back to the backstop. Counts even, a 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sometimes hard for the right-hander to hit against a guy that throws from as low an arm angle as Brendan Mullen does. Easy to pull off with the backside. Two outs and a ball and 2 strikes on the hitter. There goes the runner, step off to the third. They've got him. Out stealing on the play, and James will come back. He'll lead off the 6th inning for them. But on the play, Early is thrown out. The play goes 1-5 for the 3rd out of the inning. In the inning, they score 1 run. They do that on 2 base hits, and they leave 1 runner on base. Back with
1-1. If you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide. But that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence post or something like that, call that service, give us 2 business days, that's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
When I won't let you down, I swear I will let you down. You have my love, forever yours.
Well, things haven't really gone the Warriors' way today. We've stranded 9 runners through 4 innings. We're in the bottom of inning number 5. It'll be Christensen, Dixon, and Atwell coming to the plate. And they'll face Johnny Lee in his 2nd inning of work. He's in relief of Buffington, who pitched the first 3 innings. Buffington gave up only 2 runs on 5 hits and 4 walks. So Connor Christensen leads it off. First pitch to him is Kate taken for a strike. It's not getting any warmer outside, folks. I don't know what happened here. I felt pretty good when I got here, but the breeze was blowing in, a little chilly. This pitch outside. When we're going to play 9 today, of course there's a run rule, but nothing close to that at this point. 6-2 in favor of Fairfield, Frontier College. The Bobcats, black and yellow clad. There's a pitch too low, 2-1. Ken Matt McHugh is the head coach for the Bobcats. He's done a nice job. They come along year by year. D.H. Christensen fouls that off and count now 2-2. Warriors softball lost to Lincoln Trail 3-2 in the first of 2 today. Now they're leading in the second one 1-0. That game in the 2nd inning. There's a pitch, breaking pitch, boy. Big swing and popped up on the infield. Now the center fielder comes in. Shortstop will make the grab on the dirt for the first out of the inning. Christensen took a big rip at it and hit it real high, but not very far. Andrew Dixon will now bat. He had a base hit his first time and ground out to first his last time up. Warriors center fielder batting .436 on the season. Like to get it going here for Wabash. Need some more base runners. We've had plenty of them, actually. Haven't scored many of them, though. Pitches outside. Warriors have 6 hits on the day. 5 walks and hit by pitch. So they've had 11 base runners. Here's the pitch. Foul ball left side. Hits the fence down there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. Out of play, now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dixon out of Lexington, Kentucky. Down the count now, 1-2, and takes one too low, 2-2. Frontier folks thought that might have been a strike, but I don't think it's a strike. I don't think it ever was. The umpires here, he had a lot of chatter down here, isn't he? So here's the 2-2 pitch to Dixon. Ground ball towards second base. Charged by James. Has it. And nice easy play for out number 2. Well, this relief pitcher, Johnny Lee, has been good. Gave up a hit last inning. Popped up, hit a batter, walked a batter, and got a couple outs to end it. Brady Atwell batting. He has struck out both times up. So Brady due to do something for the Warriors. First pitch is a breaking pitch. It catches inside corner. Froze him at the plate for strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th, playing 9 today. Warriors got time, but need to keep pecking away against Frontier. Next pitch from Lee. Hard hit toward the shortstop. He times out of the way, makes a backhand play or scoop and gets it across there. Well, that ball was hard hit at Napier to his left, but he got the glove in the right spot. And the Warriors go down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. It is still 6-2 in favor of Frontier. Back in a minute.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
How Sweet It Is, the music of James Taylor with award-winning Nashville songwriter Steve Leslie, comes to the Wabash Valley College Brubeck Theater Friday, March 27th at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Wabash Valley Arts Council Performing Arts Series. This special night, also presented in cooperation with the Wabash Valley College Foundation, will host several food trucks, music in the lobby, auctions of authentic James Taylor signed memorabilia, and more. Get your tickets now. Just scan the QR code on your screen.
New season, new ride. Steve Faulkner Automotive has F-150s with 0 down and 0% for 60 months and full-size Broncos to lease as low as $378 a month. Go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Spring is a great time for Jeeps. Get a Jeep Grand Cherokee L with 0% financing or a 2026 Jeep Wrangler. Lease for only $359 a month. Fresh pricing is waiting for you at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide, but that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Well, Brendan Mullen back out to work for the Warriors. He keeps plugging away, hoping the Warriors will score some runs. We've scored 2, but just 2, and trail at 6-2. We got those runs back in the 2nd inning. They got 5 in the 1st and 1 in the 5th. 8, 9, and 1 come to the dish. Dylan James leading off for Frontier. And the first pitch to him is popped in the air left side. Probably going to be out of play. Schaummoser gives chase. Long way to run, and it is out of play. Beyond the fence. Strike 1. Dylan James was at the plate with a 1-2 count last inning when Justin Early, the first baseman, broke toward third, thinking he was stealing, and stepping off was Mullen. A nice easy throw for the out. Next pitch is taken, 1-1. That's outside. Most days the wind blows out here. Left field line goes north and south, and going to the north. That's outside. 2-1. Right field line goes from west to east. That's the way the wind usually blows. Not today, though. It's blowing in. Vich hit a home run. He had a double his first time up and a homer his second time. The Freddies had walked in front of Vich. That's the only run the Warriors have. There's a ball popped up on the right side. It's going to be out of play for a strike. Stays one, makes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Correct? 2-2. Well, it's been a good afternoon of baseball. What we need now is get Frontier out and get some more runs for the Warriors. Three times the Warriors have left the bases loaded in innings 1, 2, and 4. That's your storyline. Pitch sails away. 3-1. 3-2, pardon me. Mullen in his 6th inning of work for the Warriors. I'm not sure how many pitches. He's got to be getting up there somewhere, though. There's a pitch taken too low. Ball 4 for a leadoff walk. So James reaches on a walk. That's the 4th of the day issued by Brendan Mullen. Hitter now is the 9-hitter, Seth McConaughey, the catcher. And I fully anticipate they'll try to bunt this runner along. So the 9-hitter at the plate, and he does look to bunt and takes it back, ball 1 outside. Kind of the rule is if they want to give you an out, you better take it. Leading in first is James after the walk, and there's a ball. Nice save by Atwell. Pitches outside, 2-0. They're getting heated up by the Warrior bullpen. Somebody's going to be in here in just a little bit, I'm afraid. So 2-0 on the number 9 guy who's tried to bunt twice. We haven't thrown a strike yet. James reached on a walk. He's there at first base, nobody out. In at the corners of the Warriors, and McConaughey shows bunt, takes it back, 3-0 outside. Delivery, that's inside, ball 4, walk the first 2. So 2 walks to lead off the 6th inning for the Frontier Ball Club, issued by Brendan Mullen. And here comes Aaron Biddle, and that should probably do it, I think, for this hurler. 6-2 in favor of Frontier, and they've got the first 2 on here as we're in the 6th inning. So Aaron takes a slow walk out and see what they do, and they will relieve him of his duties. Brendan Mullen has had a full day's work. He went through the order 3 times, and we'll have a new pitcher coming in. We'll take, we'll just keep it here. It's okay. We'll keep it here and talk about it. See who we've got coming in for the Warriors. That is number 42. Correct. That's Michael. Okay, how do you pronounce Michael's name? Furmanek. Yes, sir. What kind of name is that? Plainfield, Illinois. Furmanek. That's not what I would have thought. Must be German. I assume so. Why not? Anyway, he's in the ball game. He'll face the leadoff guy now. They got the first 2 on in the 6th, and Furmanek in for the Warriors. Furmanek with a 1.42 earned run average. That leads the Warrior staff in that category. 6 innings pitched on the year. He has struck out 3, walked 1, given up just 1 earned run. Furmanek pitched in the ball game against this ball club both times. So this will be his 3rd outing against the Frontier Ball Club. He pitched in both the wins the Warriors have. But he's in the ball game now here in the 6th. As far as Mullen's concerned, he has 5 innings worked today. He gives up 6 runs and is responsible for 2 more. 7 base hits against him, 5 walks, and a couple strikeouts. Has some rough luck. Back in the first inning, they didn't hit the ball hard, but they got the ball through a couple times, along with one error on the play. And Anyway, he is set to be the loser unless the Warriors can come back. In relief of him, though, it's Fournier who will step up, see what he can do. Michael Fournier is the hurler out of Plainfield, Illinois. Top of the order, a little pesky leadoff guy is going to step in there. That is Casey Lowe. Lined out to right last time. Nice play by Hernandez. He's walked and has a base hit and squares the bunt and fouls it off for strike one. Well, that's the idea. If they want to bunt, throw a strike, make him put it in play, and get an out somewhere. Charging for first base is Owen Cornett. In fact, he's in, I'd say, 20 feet in front of the grass at first base now. Third base, Drake DeFreitas on the grass. Shortstop Vich tries to hold the runner on a little bit. Nobody out here in the top of inning number 6. Warriors need an out. Squares the bunt. Ball popped in the air, and that's going to be a foul ball. He squared the bunt early, and Fournier threw the ball up and in. That's a tough pitch to handle. Strike 2. Now, how much confidence you have in your bunter? Will you let him bunt on 0-2? Foul it off, you're out, so probably not. Cornett still in on the grass at first base, very shallow. I'm not sure that's a pretty dangerous place to be in, that far off the grass, on the grass. 0-2 pitch on the way. He's not bunting. Ground ball up the middle. Vich, one hopper, steps on the bag, throws across. Double play. Runner advances to third. So the play goes 6-3 for the second out of the inning. And pardon me, 6-3, that's the second out. The first play was 6 unassisted. On the play, out was McConaughey. Advancing to third was Dylan James. And 6-3 for the second out of the inning on a double play. Little hopper up the middle. Cam Napier will now try to score that runner from third base. 2 outs. He's walked, popped up to center, and grounded out to short. Kermanek off the stretch. In relief for the Warriors. First pitch, hit in the air toward the right center field gap. That's going to get down. Here comes a run to score. It bounces on one hop against the right center field fence. He takes the turn at second base. He's going to try to go to third. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be too high and in safely with a triple. An RBI triple is Cam Napier. Well, he busted that ball in the right center field gap. And scoring on the play was Dylan James, and it makes it 7-2. Their first triple of the game, and Napier gets all the way to third in that line shot. That ball, one hopped the wall out in right center, hit pretty well. Now Gale Salinas is the hitter. He's up there with a couple outs and a runner at third. Formanek's first pitch to him was big, swing and a miss. It took off speed that time, strike 1. Salinas is grounded out to short, grounded out to second, and reached on a sacrifice bunt. An error on that play by the pitcher Mullins back in the first. Ooh, that ball gets by the catcher in the dirt outside. That's a wild pitch, and a run scores. And that makes it 8-2. Well, we're in a dangerous situation now. The runs are tacking up. You know, 1 in the 5 in the first, 1 in the 5th, and a couple now here in the 6th inning. Yeah, the bases are empty now for Salinas. 1-1 is the count on him. Formanek in relief of Mullins brings it to the plate, and a strike call. 1-2 on the hitter. Formanek came and got the double play ball. We thought we were in good shape, and then Napier hit that RBI triple, how he scored on a wild pitch. Ball 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Tapped foul. Stays 1-2. Warriors have a long way to come back, down by 6 now. Pretty good hitting ball club. We'll see if they can make this work. Too low and outside on the 1-2 delivery. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off the stretch for Manic. Brings the pitch in. Tapper, that's off of him. Foul ball. Count stays 2-2. We're on the top of inning number 6, going to try to play 9. Still got an hour and a half of daylight left here at least. We had one game called this year because of darkness. Line drive over the third baseman's head. That ball's inside on him and got the hands out. Salinas hits it into the corner for a double. He'll take his time and stand up into second base. That's a nicely well hit ball down the left field line. Not that easy. The ball was way in on him. Able to get the head of the bat out and just guide it down the line. And it brings up the number 4 hitter, Mays Grosser. Grosser has doubled. A couple RBIs back in the first on a double. He's popped up to center and grounded out to short. He's the 6th hitter to bat here in the 6th inning. First pitch to him, taken at the top of the zone for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the hitter with 2 outs. Outside, 1-1. Man, it came in, got a double play ball, and then gave up a triple and a double. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 2. We could use a strikeout, get out of here, and go get some runs. Ball and 2 strikes on the hitter, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards short. Vich kicks it. And he holds the ball there to throw a third, and he's back in plenty of time. Well, Vich didn't stay down on it. That's an error on the shortstop. Runners at first and third now with 2 outs. Advancing to third base with Salinas on the play. Third error of the day against the Warriors. Those things mount up. Vich had been playing well at shortstop. Just didn't stay down long enough that time. Here now is the center fielder, or left fielder, Josh French. And the first pitch to him is taken a little below the zone, ball 1. First and third, 2 out. They wouldn't send that runner, would they? I don't think they will. Grosser leads from first. That's a short lead, and the pitch is taken inside 2-0. We walked 2 this inning. Give up a double, a triple, and an error on the shortstop. Two and 0 to French. And there's a pitch taken in the middle of the zone for strike 1. Taken all the way. Young man, 5'9", out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. Hitting .366 on the season. Pitch to him. Ground ball, fouled on the third base line. Counts even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner was moving on the pitch that time. That's Grosser at first base, who's doing the base running down there. Leading off at third base, it's Salinas. Ooh, right at him that time. No way for French to get out of the way, and the bases are full. Well, we've walked 2 this inning. And Aaron Biddle's going to talk to the umpire and say he just dove into the ball. And Aaron's frustrated. I think his frustration has more to do with the Warriors than it does the umpire at this point. Although he's giving it to the umpire.
This is kind of funny.
That's tough pitch to get out of the way. That ball's right in the middle of the back there. That's tough. Here now is the first baseman, Justin Early. Bases are loaded. They could break it open right here. It's already pretty open. 8-2 in favor of Frontier. First pitch taken for a strike. Well, the Warriors need some fire. Biddle went out and gave a piece of his mind to the umpire. And thought the hitter made no attempt to get out of the way that time. Actually, thought he backed into it. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Early. Popped in the air towards center field. Dixon has a beat on it. All the runners are moving, and Dixon makes the catch for out number 3. And they leave 3 runners on. But they score a couple of times in the inning. They do that on a couple of base hits. And we go to the bottom of inning number 6, and Wabash Valley trails at 8-2. Back here in a minute.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to a lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
Comparison. I'm getting straight to the point with it. Need y'all to know that I never needed none of y'all being all buddy with the opposition. It's like in front of the plane, it's all business. But I haven't flown with y'all boys in a minute.
We're at Rob Fournier Field on the campus of Wabash Valley College. Wabash Valley trying to sweep Frontier for the season series. We've got the first 2 already. This is the 3rd game in the series, and Frontier leads at 8-2 as we go to the bottom of inning number 6. It'll be Drake DeFreitas, followed by Enrico Vich and Connor Brown. DeFreitas has a base hit and a walk. He scored a run today. Johnny Lee in his 3rd inning of work. Pitch is too high for ball 1. Lee has given up a hit a batter, and walked a batter in his 2 innings of work. But hasn't given up a run yet. Fastball called for a strike. So Johnny Lee's been very good in relief. Buffington was pretty good to start. He had 6 or 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. Next pitch on the way, breaking pitch, outside. Good take that time. 2 balls and a strike. DeFreitas read that pitch. The nice, looked good, and then dove outside, a little hard breaker. Next pitch to DeFreitas is popped up and foul, 2-2. Frontier defense has been good. They have not kicked it yet today. That's part of the difference in this ball game. Pitches in the dirt. Count is full, 3-2. DeFreitas trying to lead off the Warriors here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to get on base for the top of the order. Warrior dugout making some noise now. Here's a 3-2 pitch on the way. Too low, ball 4, leadoff walk. Warriors have been issued 5 walks and a hit batter. And trying to make the most of it now. Back to the top of the order, Enrico Vich. Here comes the pitching coach to talk to Johnny Lee, and that's it for Johnny Lee. So he pitches just 2 innings. See where he came in. He came in to start the 4th inning, so he pitches 2 innings is all. And Gives up no runs and possibly one runner on base here. But he is done. Pitched pretty well for them, but I think they must know his limitations, and he's seen the lineup one time. That's enough for him. He came back in. He saw DeFreitas twice. Gave up a base hit and a walk to him. So they're going to go to the bullpen. Johnny Lee was good. And this guy, number 35 on the mound, Miles Whitesell. Whitesell, 6'3", out of Dayton, Ohio. He's a sophomore right-hander. 5 inches taller than Johnny Lee, so a little different look as he brings that overhand fastball. Whitesfield has a 6.94 earned run average, 11 innings pitched. But in 11 innings, he struck out 18 and walked 11, so he's a high pitch count guy. He's going to walk and strike out a lot of hitters. Warriors try to get something going against him. Been a tough afternoon for Wabash Valley so far, trailing 8-2. At the top of the order coming up, we'll see how we do there. So Whitesell's had his warm-up tosses. He's ready to go. Leading off first base will be Drake DeFreitas, and the Warrior hitter will be Enrico Vich. Vich popped up his last time up, but his first time up hit a double off the wall, and second time up hit a 2-run home run. He is accounted for all the RBIs the Warriors have, and it's 8-2. Warriors need some runs back here in the 6th. Game's getting late. You need to peck away a little bit here. So DeFreitas leads from first. Here's Whitesell's first pitch. Overhand fastball is too low for ball 1. Comes right over the top, throws hard. Right fielder way off the line in right field. They play this hitter to pull. Enrico Vich has pulled the ball a couple of times for extra base hits. They're deep in center field. Here's the pitch. Fouled off on the right side. Ball and a strike. Twice the Warriors have gone down in order in the 3rd and the 5th. 3 times they left the bases full. We're just in the 6th inning. Here's the next pitch. Popped up out of play again. Again on the right side, 1-2. Wonder if they're going to move the right field a little bit now. He's way off the line still. Vich, a sophomore, had a good year for the Warriors last year. Behind the count, 1-2, has to protect the plate. Here's the pitch, too high, 2-2. DeFreitas at first has 8 stolen bases and been caught 3 times so far this year. Off the stretch, Whitesell to the plate. That's outside and kicks way high off the catcher's mitt and DeFreitas reaches second base on the wild pitch. So runner at second now with the full count on the hitter, Enrico Vich. Another RBI opportunity for Enrico. Here's the full count pitch. Up and in. And that's ball 4. So the first two have reached for the Warriors on walks here this inning. And now the second baseman, Connor Brown, will bat. Connor's 0 for 0 today. He has a walk, and a hit by pitch. So he's reached all 3 times and been stranded on the bases all 3 times. So in the 6th inning, the first two have reached for Wabash. Whitesell, the second pitcher of the inning. First pitch to Brown is a strike. Probably about the best strike he's thrown so far. DeFreitas leads from second, Vich from first. Warriors need some tallies here in the 6th. Make it a little better ball game. Ooh, nice breaking pitch for a strike 2. Connor Brown trying to get it going here. Warriors have been given quite a few free passes on the day. 7 walks and hit by pitch. 2 walks this inning. Here's the next delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 1. Here's your first strikeout for the new pitcher, Miles Wetzel. Hitter now is Brady Schalmoser. Schalmoser struck out back in the 1st. He's walked in the 2nd and the 4th. After that strikeout, that's the first out of the inning. 1st and 2nd for the Warriors. Whitesell off the stretch to the plate. Swing and a miss. Something off speed that time. Strike 1. Warriors have had a lot of chances today and have not capitalized very often. Not over yet, though. A lot of baseball left. Here's the pitch. That's outside, 1-1. With 1 out on deck, it's Leandro Hernandez. Owen Cornett would follow him should the inning continue. Two on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Umpires worked hard behind the plate today. He's heard lots of comments from both sides of the field. Good umpires are kind of immune to all of that. Next pitch, sprayed out of play on the left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Whitesell has come in relief. He's walked 1 and struck out 1. Now the count's 2-2 on Schalmoser. Looking for his first base hit of the day. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a couple of walks. Here's the next pitch to him. Breaking pitch is a little too high. Counts full 3-2. A lot of volunteer umpires in the stands and the dugouts. Didn't like that call. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, pardon me. That's outside. 3rd walk of the inning, and the Warriors have them jammed up with walks. So DeFreitas goes to 3rd. Enrico Vich advances to 2nd, and Brady Schalmoser's on at 1st with that walk. Now batting Leandro Hernandez, a couple base hits. Hasn't had the ball out of the infield yet. A swinging bunt, a play at 3rd base, so they tried to go to 3rd and couldn't get the runner. And big swing and a miss, strike 1 to him. And he struck out his last time up. A little anxious at the plate. Hernandez trying to make something happen for the Warriors. Hard to be patient and just take what they give you. Frontier leading 8-2 here in the 6th. Line drive right past the shortstop. That's an RBI base hit for Hernandez. Here comes one run. DeFreitas. Here comes another run toward the plate. They're going to cut the throw, and diving in there with the second run is Vich. And the Warriors have added a couple here now and have cut that lead down to 8-4. A big RBI base hit by Hernandez. Kept his hands back, waited on it, drilled it up the middle. And scoring the play were DeFreitas and Vich. Schalmoser reached second on the play and did not advance on that throw. So we got first and second and one out. Hitter would be Owen Cornett. I think they're going to pinch hit here with R.J. Lopez. That appears to be what's happening. Cornett had a tough day at the plate. He struck out a couple times and it popped up in foul territory to end the 4th inning with the bases loaded. So it is going to be Lopez batting here. Lopez, a sophomore. He's a hitter. He does a nice job for the Warriors at the plate. And we could use something here from R.J. Lopez with the bases loaded. Line drive, softly hit. The shortstop has it for the second out of the inning. That ball's not hit hard at all. On the first pitch, he lines out. And now it's up to Connor Christensen. First and second, all the base runners. 2 runs are in the inning, 2 are out. Christensen, the 7th hitter of the inning. He's popped up to right to the shortstop and struck out today. Here's the pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Christensen got called out looking back in the first inning with the bases loaded to final out of the inning. I'm glad the Warriors finally scored a couple, got back closer here. There's pitch too low. Frontier's been generous with the walks. They've walked 3 this inning. The lone base hit was by Hernandez, an RBI base hit. And that pitch is too high, close. 3-0 now on Connor Christensen. On deck is Dixon for the Warriors, a center fielder. So Schalmoser leads at second, Hernandez from first. 3-0 on the hitter. Whitesell off the stretch. Somebody getting loose in the bullpen for them, and that's ball 4 outside. 4th walk of the inning. I appreciate all the help we can get. And that loads the bases. And here comes the pitching coach for Frontier. Hitter will be Andrew Dixon when they get done talking about it out there. No, they're gonna throw another pitcher in here. So I'll tell you, let's take a little break. We'll talk about this in a minute. A new pitcher coming in for Frontier with 2 outs and bases loaded here in the 6th. Back in a minute.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide. But that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
No sound but the sound of speed. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip. Out of the biscuit. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
New pitcher is Caleb Boff. He's 6'1" out of Hilliard, Ohio, and is a right-handed freshman. Boff has a 0.00 earned run average on the season, but he's only thrown 2 innings, 2 and a third innings, giving up 3 hits, struck out 2 and walked 3. So don't know very much about him. You know, he's a right-hander, and the tying run comes to plate for the Warriors, trailing 8-4 in the form of Andrew Dixon. Inning started with a leadoff walk to DeFreitas. They brought Whitesell into pitch. He walked Enrico Vich. Those 2 runners scored on a base hit later on by Hernandez. Whitesell struck out Brown. He walked Schalmoser. Got a soft line drive from Lopez and a walk Christensen. He leaves with the bases loaded and Andrew Dixon at the plate. Well, the Warriors have been needing a big base hit all game long. Right here would be a good time for it. Warriors have scored twice here in the 6th to make it an 8-4 ball game, still trailing by 4. Well, let's see what Boff brings on his first pitch. The young man from Ohio, off the stretch, to the plate. Fastball outside, catches the corner for strike 1. Dixon, the 9th hitter of the inning for the Warriors. Or 8th hitter of the inning, pardon me. We'd like to bat around and then some. A parade of pitchers for Frontier here. 3rd of the inning. Pitch is taken inside, 1-1. Good take by Atwell. Umpire gave this pitcher the outside corner, did not give an inside corner that time. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 6th. Warriors trail by 4. Here's the pitch. That's outside, 2-1. Well, I mentioned they've been generous with the walks today. 4 this inning. 9 in the game, along with hit by pitch. Warriors have stranded way too many base runners. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Line drive up the middle, gets past the second baseman. That'll score 1. Here's another one coming across. And on the play, we have runners at the corners. That's a big base hit by Andrew Dixon. 2 RBIs, and it's 8-6 now. So he reaches first base on the base hit, RBI hit. Christensen motors into 3rd. Schalmoser scored, as did Hernandez, and it's 4 runs in the inning. The Warriors are back within 2. Now the 9th hitter of the inning is the catcher Brady Atwell. The catcher, they're going to pinch hit for him. Here comes the catcher's out there with all kinds of signs, trying to decide whether they're going to throw through if the runner goes. That's Dixon with good speed, the center fielder at first base, and a pinch hitter for the Warriors. We'll give you who this is when I see his number. Two outs, 1st and 3rd. Warriors within 2. Playing here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This game is 2.5 hours old. And the hitter is... I haven't seen his number yet, so we're just about there. First pitch is taken. Hitter's Bryce Adams, batting from the right side here. First pitch to him is out of the zone, 1-0. He's the 9th hitter of the inning for the Warriors. Runners at the corners. Tying runs are on base finally for Wabash. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball, strike one. Caleb Boff, the 3rd hurler of the inning. Well, that's a big hit by Dixon on that ball that got threw up the middle. Scored a couple of runs. 1-1 now on the hitter, Bryce Adams. Squares the bunt, bunts it down the third base line. Third baseman charges. He can't get it. That's a base hit. Nice play, and it's an RBI. And the Warriors then win now 8-7. Gotta like that. On the play, Christensen scores. And Adams moves up to second base. So it's first and second now. 2 outs. And back to Drake DeFreitas, who led off this inning. Warriors have scored 5 times here in the bottom of inning number 6 to make it an 8-7 ball game. Tying run out of second base. DeFreitas has got a base hit, and he's walked twice. So 1-for-1 on the afternoon. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Here's the pitch. And just above the zone, ball 1. This umpire doesn't give much. Pretty steady back there. Been a long afternoon. The Warriors have been behind. They scored 5 in the first. We've trailed the entire way. There's the 1-0 pitch from Boff. Popped out of play. 1-1. Bottom of the 6th. The Warriors have made a game of it finally. Frontier scored 2 in the top of the inning. Made it 8-2. Kind of felt bad at that point. We've made a nice rally here. A lot of free passes in the inning. Here's the next delivery. Line drive. Right past the shortstop. Off his glove. Here comes the tying run of the ball game. One runner goes to third base and the other retreats back to first. Another base hit there. And DeFreitas gets the RBI base hit. We're tied. Big play. Scoring the play is Dixon for the 6th run of the inning. Adams reaches third base, and DeFreitas is first. So runners at the corners back to the top of the order to Enrico Vich. Finally, we get through their bullpen. So Boff has come in. He's getting up 3 base hits in a row. And that pitch to Vich is too low and almost got by the catcher. The go-ahead run is the third base now for the Warriors. And this is the 11th man to hit in the bottom of the 6th for Wabash Valley. Runners at the corners. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch outside corner of the knees for a strike. A lot of hooping and hollering down in the dugout there. Warriors have come back with 6 to tie it here in the 6th inning. 8-8. Boff off the stretch to the plate. Line drive over the short zone. Softly hit the shortstop, got there. I thought that was going to go by him, but not hit that hard for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, let me just take a moment to tally this up. In the inning, the Warriors get 1 base hit, 2, 3, 4 base hits, and score 6 times. They issued 4 walks as well. Leave a couple runners on base, and we have played 6, and we're tied 8-8. Back in a minute.
Have your weather radio, have a flashlight with batteries in it, make sure your cell phone's charged, know where you're going to go when bad weather hits. Go to a lowest interior room in your house and wait the storm out. After the storm, if your power's out or if there's any kind of dangerous situation or anything like that, call Mount Carmel Public Utility Company. As you go outside to survey the damage a little bit, just make sure to stay away from down power lines.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
How Sweet It Is, the music of James Taylor with award-winning Nashville songwriter Steve Leslie comes to the Wabash Valley College Brubeck Theater Friday, March 27th at 7:30 p.m. as part of the Wabash Valley Arts Council Performing Arts Series. This special night, also presented in cooperation with the Wabash Valley College Foundation, will host several food trucks, music in the lobby, auctions of authentic James Taylor signed memorabilia, and more. Get your tickets now. Just scan the QR code on your screen.
This new pitcher, Ledbetter. Another hurler for the Warriors, Martin Ledbetter, in the ball game. We're tied. It's a new game here with just 3 innings to play. Go to the top of the 7th. 8-8 is the count. Handled to be Carter, James, and McConaughey. He's the bottom 3 of the order. And the first pitch is a strike to Carter. Carter's walked, got a base hit, 1 for 2. Popped up to right his first time up. Ledbetter's pitch, just outside, 1-1. Ledbetter 6'5", out of Big Rock, Illinois. Hard throwing right-hander. And there's a pitch a little bit too low. 2-1. Ledbetter 7.45 earned run average, 9 innings of work. It's 11 strikeouts this year. Carter trying to lead it off. Next pitch name is too high, 3-1. I got a hunch Carter's not swinging here on 3-1. Carter, the center fielder for Frontier, takes ball 4. Yeah, the walk's starting to mount up for the Warriors. 6th walk issue by the Warriors today, along with the hit by pitch. So leadoff guys on. Dylan James, second baseman, will stand in. Had a double back in the first, an RBI. Struck out and walked in the ball game. Lady Warriors softball. Lady Warriors lead 5-0 in the 5th inning against Lincoln Trail. About to split that doubleheader if they can get that win. Warriors trying to sweep Frontier for the season series. They're 2-0 right now and have climbed back into this after being down 8-2. So Ledbetter will work off the stretch. Leading at first base, it's Carter. The hitter is the second baseman, James. To the plate, here it comes. There's a pitch, too low, ball 1. This umpire doesn't give much. You got to throw it in the zone. Next pitch is right there. Good fastball for strike 1. One pitch, a little half swing. He did go. 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Carter leads from first. He's got 11 attempted steals, 9 successful. So a high percentage runner down there. Got a decent lead. He edges off. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ledbetter. The runner doesn't go, and a swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. So Ledbetter came back after the walk, gets the strikeout, and now the catcher, Seth McConaughey, will bat. McConaughey has a walk, 0 for 2 on the day. Popped up to right and grounded back to the pitcher back in the first inning. Frontier batted around in the first. They scored 5 times. There goes the runner. Pitch grounded towards second base. Connor Brown stays down on it. Makes a nice throw to first base for the second out of the inning. Play goes 4-3 on the putout. They started the runner, and he advances to second base. Back to the top of the order now to Casey Lowe. A little different for the Warriors defense. R.J. Lopez is the first baseman for the Warriors now. Behind the plate, it is Dubé making Cameron Dubé back there out of Ontario, Canada. And now they're going to talk about it a little bit. Here comes Aaron Biddle to talk about this leadoff hitter. So runner at second and 2 outs. Top of the order coming up. They got a quick chat with Ledbetter. Biddle will leave the diamond and go back toward the dugout. Official visit by the manager of the Warriors. They signal up here to the press box. So Casey Lowe at the dish. He's got a base hit, a walk, line drive to the right fielder, and a ground out to the shortstop last time up. Ledbetter's first pitch to him is a ground ball up the middle, and Vich to his left gets the hop, throws across, and that'll do it for the inning. So steady play out there at shortstop by Vich, and we have left one runner on that inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and we're tied 8-8. Warriors coming to bat.
It's March Madness at Steve Fokker Automotive. Get 0% for 60 months and up to $6,000 off Ram 1500s. Or drive a new Pacifica for less than $400 a month. Only at SteveFokerAutomotive.com.
Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois has an outstanding service department. With free pickup and delivery, we'll make sure your vehicle runs perfectly at an affordable price. Come see us today or view our service specials at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Don't you know I'm better? You got to pump it up. Don't you know I'm better? You got to pump it up. Don't you know I'm better? You got to pump it Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Here comes another pitcher, Bailey Collins, 6'3", right-hander from Evansville, will now pitch for the Frontier Ball Club. This is the 5th pitcher of the day. He's thrown a 6.92 earned run average. He's thrown 13 innings. He has 18 strikeouts, so much like the rest of the Frontier staff. They're a pretty good ball club. Their record is fantastic at 21-8. Better than the Warriors are. Warriors are 22-10. In conference, Warriors are 5-3, and in conference, Frontier's 8-3. And the first pitch is taken too low to Connor Brown here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 8-8. Warriors got 6 back in the 7th inning. Or 6th inning. There's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop to his left. Nice play and throws him out. Nice play by Napier on a bad hop out there. Went to his left, snagged the hop for the first out of the inning. Moser 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch once and walked twice. There's a ground ball base hit through the right side. Hit the ball hard between the first and second baseman. So Moser with a hit with 1 out. Here comes Leandro Hernandez, who had a really big hit back in the 6th inning, an RBI base hit. Hit a line drive up the middle to the left of the shortstop when we really needed some help. He got it going for the Warriors. Hernandez out of Miami, Florida. Maybe you could tell by the music. Runner first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 1. Moser leading from first. One on, 1 out here in the 7th. Ball hit in the air on the right side, out of play. Well, you wonder how many pitchers they've got on the staff for Frontier. They've thrown 5 already. This is the 5th. Mullins gave the Warriors 5 innings, helped us get that deep in the ball game at least. Nice play by the catcher on the pitch that's outside. Keeps it from going back to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. Moser leading out from first. Moser 8 stolen bases, hasn't been caught yet. And a pitch is taken just above the zone for ball 3, 3-1. So the go-ahead run for the Warriors on at first base. Big lead over there by Moser. Collins works off the stretch. Now throws to first base, and Moser's back in time. Collins, 6'3" right-hander out of Evansville, Indiana. There's the pitch. Tapped off the instep of the hitter. And the count is full, 3-2. Brown grounded out to short to start the inning. Then Moser got the base hit. He's still at first base. And the count's full on Hernandez. Three-two pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss. They throw through, and he's going to be safe with the stolen base. He'll get up and amble on into third base on the play. They're trying to get him to go, and they're going to hold him at third base. Here comes the throw to the plate, and they knock it down there. So a strikeout on Hernandez for the second out of the inning. And a stolen base advances Moser to second. And then an error on the catcher puts him at third base. Moser had a pretty good jump. That throw was in the dirt, and it jumped over the second baseman for an error. So he's at third base now with 2 outs, and the hitter is R.J. Lopez, who pinch hit back in the 6th and lined out softly toward the shortstop. Hit that first pitch last time up. Two outs with a runner at third for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 7th in a tie ball game, 8-8. Lopez has good bat-to-ball skills. First baseman way off the line over there, and the first pitch taken outside corner. That's a nice fastball, strike one. Early plays way off the line with these right-handed hitters. A lot of room down that line. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Collins. You look, shows bunt. Bunt's foul. And 0-2. Well, I was surprised with 2 outs. Looking to bunt there and just try to get on base somehow. The Warriors did that earlier. Got a bunt base hit. That scored a run. But he's in the hole now, 0-2, and he'll have to protect the plate. Collins has him set up. 0-2 pitch on the way. Too high, 1-2. Shalmoser got a base hit, stole second, advanced to third on a bad throw by the catcher. He's there with 2 outs now. 1-2 on the hitter. Lopez just trying to put it in place somewhere. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, high hopper towards second base. Shortstop charges, comes, throws across, and got him at first base. For the final out of the inning, the Warriors leave a runner on base. They got a base hit. Leave him on. We've played 7 complete. 8-8, going to the top of the 8th inning. Back in a moment.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school. And today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked, and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here, and so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Well, now pitching for the Warriors here in the 8th inning is Hayden Alexander. Normal starter for the Warriors. He has 8 game appearances, 8 starts for Wabash, 5.45 earned run average. Been our best starter for most of the year, so he's pitching here in the 8th. The Warriors need this one. Number 2 hitter stands in against him and swings to the first one for strike 1. Cam Napier, the shortstop, is the hitter for Frontier. Well, the Warriors scored 6 back in the 6th inning to tie this game up. There's a pitch take on the outside corner, strike 2. We're right there tied at 8. We've got 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Frontier. Crucial inning for them. Ooh, fastball high, ripped at it. Swing, hit it right back toward the fence. He was on that fastball, Cam Napier, the shortstop. Salinas is on deck. Yapper hit a triple to right center field for an RBI his last time up and takes a pitch in the dirt for a ball. Dubé behind the plate, doing the catching for the Warriors now. R.J. Lopez is the new first baseman. Rest of the defense, I think, pretty much the same as it has been all along, with Shal Moser in left, Dixon in center, and Hernandez in right field. 1-2 delivery on the way, swing and a miss. Strikeout for the first out of the inning. Alexander very much in command out there on that attempt. Now Gale Salinas is the hitter. He has a double and an RBI in the game, has scored a run, and is 1 for 3. Hayden Alexander, the pitcher for the Warriors out of Mayfield, Kentucky, on his way to Western Kentucky to play next year. And his first pitch just below the zone for ball 1. Didn't ever feel like the Warriors were ever going to get back in this thing. It's been a long one. They finally tied it up again. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base. Fair ball, they say, just inside the line. Salinas will take the big turn. He'll head to second base. Schalmoser chases it down, brings it in, and that's a double for Salinas. And ball right between, well, right over the third base bag for a double by Salinas. That ball's well hit. And now that brings up Mays Grosser, the hitter. Grosser has a double in 4 attempts today. 1 for 4. He's the go-ahead run out there at second base. Salinas is on there with a double. This is the 4-hitter. You don't have to give in to this guy if you don't want to. 376 on the season, and he takes the first one that bleeds in there for a strike. So the go-ahead run on at second base for Frontier here in the top of the 8th inning. Next pitch from Alexander. Pretty pitch outside corner, called a strike. Hitter steps out, gets some encouragement from the third base coach. Now they're going to call timeout. He's going to go down and talk to him. Hitter's Mays Gosser. Gosser. It's not how I read it the first couple of times. Out of Russell Springs, Kentucky. Oh, 2 on the hitter. Here's the next one. Just below the zone. You did not swing, they ask, and he said did not go. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2 on the hitter. We're down to the last part of the game. We're in the 8th, and it's tied at 8 apiece. Go ahead run at second base. Salinas reached on a double. Gets quiet here as Alexander makes the next pitch. Ball hit in the air toward right field. It's going to be foul and down in the corner for a foul ball. Count stays 1 and 2. The infield for the Warriors, we got Drake DeFreitas at third, Enrico Vich at short, Connor Brown at second base, and R.J. Lopez at first. The game has tightened up a little bit. It was lopsided for a long time. 5-0, then 5-2, then they added to that. Made it 8-2. Swing and a miss. Something off speed outside. Second out of the inning. Second strike out of the inning.
We'll see ya.
And Josh French, the left fielder, will come to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at second base. French is the Canadian out of Mitchell, Ontario. Another right-hand hitter against Alexander, and swings at the first one for strike 1. It's not a big guy. French 5'9", 165. Ledbetter pitched the 7th. Gave up a walk, and that was it. Stranded a runner. Next pitch bunted toward first base. That ball is going to be foul as Lopez touches it over there for strike 2. Well, that might be an indication you don't think you can hit the guy, huh? Try to bunt with a runner at second base and 2 outs. Couldn't get it down the line fair. He'll come back and try it again. Alexander, his first inning of work, has struck out Napier, gave a double to Salinas down the line, and struck out Gosser. And he's got French in the hole 0-2. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, nice block by Dubé, and it's 1-2. It's a good pitch by Alexander, threw the ball out of the zone, and the hitter French wouldn't go for it. French has 100 at-bats this year and 23 RBIs. Now he takes a half swing, and he strikes out. He's down. They got all 3 outs by strikeout in the inning. Alexander comes in relief, does a job for the Warriors here in the 8th. Go to the bottom of the 8th, and it is 8-8. Back in a moment.
811, if you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide. But that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Frontier has 8 wins in the conference. They have 3 against Shawnee, 3 against Southeastern, 2 against Lakeland. They'd like to add 1 more against the Warriors today, but Wabash has a chance to do some damage here in the bottom of the 8th. They got Christensen, Dixon, and Dubé coming to bat. We're tied at 8 apiece. Lady Warriors lead Lincoln Trail 7-1 in the nightcap over there. Lady Warriors lost the opener. Trying to even it up with Lincoln Trail on the day. Here's the pitch from Collins. First pitch is called a strike. Collins relieved in the 7th inning. Gave up 1 base hit. Had a strikeout and a couple of ground outs. Left 1 on. Ball popped on a breaking pitch, out of play, 0-2. Christensen had a walk back in the 6th, scored a run, and he's 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Warriors have 11 hits on the day. There's a pitch outside. Been given 9 walks and 1 hit batter. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, we think. Well, you never know. Sometimes that's right. I think that's right. Ooh, a little half swing, and he did not go, they say. And they're going to go after that umpire down there. Their coach is out on the field. They're just begging to get tossed, isn't he? Ball 2. Well, I think the umpires thought they were wrong because they'd listened to a lot that time. You don't see a lot of time when a coach goes that far on the field and doesn't get tossed. And now he tells him you've heard enough, and that'll be enough. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Line drive over the third baseman's head. Now they're really going to bark at the umpire, aren't they? A leadoff hit by Christensen here in the bottom of the 8th, and that is, sometimes the umpires have more of an effect on the game than you'd think, and they're going after him. He's going to get tossed right here. He's going to get tossed. That's what's going on. I can't believe they haven't tossed him. Can you? And I think he's got a good point. I knew as soon as that base hit was hit that he was going to be back on the field barking at him. But Connor Christensen gets a leadoff base hit after a Christensen with a big base hit there. It happened after he took a half swing, and Frontier thought they had him out. Man, they thought they had him dead to rights. The umpire didn't call it. He appealed to first and said he did not go, and they put up with a lot from the coach that time, let him play. So Christensen out of the ball game, a pinch runner in for him. And now batting for the Warriors, this is Dubé hitting right here. Squares the bunt, takes it back, wild pitch, back to the screen it goes. Take the turn, and he'll hold at second base. So they try to bunt, try to give him out, and he throws a wild pitch for ball one. So we got one out in the inning, nobody out in the inning, runner at second base, and Dubé is the hitter. A lot of festivities here in the eighth. Lead run at second base. He squares the bunt again, does bunt it foul this time. 1-1. Warriors trying to get one run across here. Collins is the pitcher. He gave up a leadoff base hit to Christensen. Cameron Dubé now the hitter. 1-1 count on him. Been a fun afternoon of baseball. It got real exciting here in the eighth after a explosive business by the coach for Frontier. Dubé squares the bunt. Collins brings the pitch in. Hits it through right at the first baseman. They got to play at first base, and he's going to be out at first. Nicely done there. Play goes 3-4-3 on the putout, but the runner advances to third base. Well, they called out the Butcher Boy play, where Dubé took the bunt back, and now they're going to talk about it with the umpire again, but Dubé's called out at first. Aaron Biddle thinks that's not right. They're going to talk to the umpires in conference about it, but I think they got that call correct. And Dubé is out. And the play goes 3-4-3. Butcher Boy, he took the bat back from the bunt, hit the ball right at the first baseman, off his arm to the second baseman. He threw back to first for the out. So they get an out. We get a runner at third. And the hitter now is the center fielder, Adams. Bryce Adams had a base hit back in the sixth, stayed in the ball game. Here's the pitch to him. Line drive foul down the right side, strike one. So infield in for Frontier. They're going to go home on a ground ball there, and we'll try to score that runner from third base. That's pinch runner for Christensen down at third. We'll see who that is in a moment.
Well, damn. It was not that serious.
8-8's the count. Here's a pitch on the way. He does square the bunt, does bunt toward first base. They're going to come home and safe on the squeeze play. So Bryce Adams squeezes him home, bunts it to first base, and nothing they could do. They played it well, but couldn't get him. It's an RBI, and the Warriors lead it 9-8 here in the eighth. And now the umpire is going to get tossed. And he is hot as he can be, and he's got a good point. That was a half swing there that would have been the strikeout with Christensen, and that's what cost him the ball game. That's what he's saying right now. He's going to go after him as hard as he can, as long as he can. The umpires tossed him, which he had to do. In fact, I thought the umpire was very generous. They let him go. They let him go out and yell 3 or 4 times, and now he's been run. So Matt McHugh, and he does a great job for Frontier, but he is going to have to leave the building right now. And he's just frustrated. And it all goes back to one call that would have been a strikeout. The next pitch was a base hit. And the Warriors lead it now 9-8 here in the eighth. By the way, the Lady Warriors win it today. The second game, they beat Lincoln Trail. So they split with Lincoln Trail in the day. And the Warriors trying to pull off the sweep They've already beat them twice this year, trying to get the third one here. Well, the bunt by Adams brings in the run on the safety squeeze. Got the bunt down to the right side, hit it perfectly. First baseman grabbed it, threw it home, but much too late. Here now is Drake DeFreitas. DeFreitas has had a day. He's been on base all 4 times, a couple base hits and a couple of walks. He's scored a couple of times. The Warriors lead it 9-8 after trailing 8-2. There goes the runner, takes it back. There goes the throw to second base, and he's safe for the stolen base. Adams with a steal. Warriors trying to add on here in the bottom of the 8th now. The runner at second. Strike call on the pitch. 0-1 to Drake DeFreitas. Put the bunt back out there, took it back, and the runner was going all the way and got the steal. Well, Wabash finally on top. Our first lead of the day is the 9-8. That 9th run scored here in the 8th inning. Top of the order coming up after DeFreitas. 1 out in the inning already. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice stop by the catcher on a low outside fastball. 1-1 now on the hitter. DeFreitas walked and scored in the 2nd. Base hit in the 4th. Walked in the 6th and scored. Got a base hit and an RBI back in the 6th. That was the big inning when the Warriors scored 6 times. Next delivery is too high, 2-1. Been a full, long afternoon of baseball. The Warriors need to get 3 more outs to conclude this thing. They lead it by 1 here in the 8th. They fought all the way back. I wonder if Hayden Alexander's got 1 more inning left in him. Probably does. Collins' next delivery, fouled straight back. 2-2. Collins came in for the 7th inning. Gave up a base hit. The camera needs to go a little right. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much for that little heads up for people watching. Goes the runner toward third base, and the ball swung and missed. And here comes the runner from second base. He's going to try to score, and at the plate, he's going to be out at the plate. Well, on the strikeout. Strikeout, wild pitch. DeFreitas reaches first base. Adams tries to score on the plate. He is out 2-1 for the 2nd out of the inning. We're back to the top of the order. Almost. Very aggressive base running there as they send him from second base on the strikeout wild pitch. So now it's DeFreitas at first. And back at the top of the order is Enrico Vich, who put us on the board back in the 2nd with a home run. He had a double and a home run his first 2 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 8th with Wabash leading 9-8. We've scored 1 this inning. It was Christensen at the plate. He took a half swing, and Frontier did not get the call. Next pitch was a base hit, and they've been hot ever since. Ball fouled back. 0-2 now on the hitter, Enrico Vich. Along with a home run and a double, he has got a walk today. Lined out to short and popped up to second. 2 for 4 with a walk. Having a good day. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. Ball line drive hit down the right side. Foul. When Vich took a shot down the right side. And the count stays 0-2. Well, the umpires had a rough day. I'll say that. They've been barking at him from both sides all day long. And they put up with a lot from Matt McHugh, but they finally said that's going to have to be enough and ran him here in the 8th. Next delivery is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So DeFreitas leading from first base. They may put him in motion again here with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Collins off the stretch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And strike out, tag him out, and that's it. In the inning, though, the Warriors score 1 more time. And now lead at 9-8 as we go to the 9th inning. Wabash Valley up by 1. We'll be back with the 9th. Hayden Alexander.
811. If you're not familiar with that, it's a Julie program in the state of Illinois. It's actually nationwide. But that's a free service. The utilities take care of that. Customer wanting to dig or plant flowers or fence posts or something like that, call that service. Give us 2 business days. That's the law, 2 business days notice. We'll come out and we'll locate all the underground utilities in your area and make sure that you know where you're able to dig and you can dig safely, and we're protected and you're protected that way.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah, I think so.
Top of the 9th coming your way. Warriors lead it 9-8. They've got number 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Early, Carter, and James. Zach, did you get here for any of that 8th inning for the Warriors?
Nope, we just got here.
Oh, man.
I was keeping an eye on it. Saw that they had been down, tied it up 8-8, and now they got the lead, looks like.
Down 5-0 to begin the game, down 8-2, came back, got 6 in the 6th inning, made it 8-8, and finally got 1 there in the bottom of inning number 8, and lead it 9-8.
Softball team split a doubleheader with Lincoln Trail today. Lost game 1, 3-2. Won game 2 via the run rule, 9-1 just a moment ago.
There's a little tapper. Alexander gets it, throws to first base, and he got him. Nice play by the pitcher, Hayden Alexander.
It helps to be able to throw the ball 90-plus miles an hour when you get a field from that far, huh?
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a hit where he came way over there, but threw him out easily. Jordan Carter is the hitter. He's got a couple walks and a base hit today. Well, you missed it. The leadoff guy for the Warriors in that 8th inning, Christensen, took a half swing. They thought he went, and they called no swing. Next pitch, line drive, and that guy scores a run. And finally, the manager for Frontier got tossed. They let him go out and argue and complain. Finally, after the base hit, and then when he scored the run, he just came out. He said, I got to go home. Strike 1 on the hitter. Now ball 1-1-1.
I'll tell you this, I was keeping an eye on the game. There's no easy wins in the Great Rivers Athletic Conference.
Evidently not. Hayden Alexander, normally a starter for the Warriors, in relief now, trying to shut this one down, and pitches too high, 2-1.
Wabash Valley hadn't got off to necessarily the start they wanted in conference play, so all these wins matter in conference play, so they're going a little different. Like you mentioned, Hayden Alexander, a guy that's one of their top starters, trying to shut it down.
Next delivery from him is a strike call. 2-2. He came in the 8th, gave up a double, but struck out 3 guys.
Of course, being on Tuesday, too, you can still be on good rest and probably start this weekend.
And pitches inside, and that's ball 4.
Not by a lot. Did miss a little bit.
Well, this has been a spirited game. The umpire's he's had a rough time. He's been here for both sides all game long. And it's just been highly contested. Warriors have already defeated Frontier twice in conference play this year. It's unusual. They start to play these Tuesday games where they play 3 Tuesdays in a row. It's been a little different. Hitter now is Dylan James, a second baseman. Struck out a couple times, a walk and a double on the day. Tying run at first base for Frontier and a big swing for strike 1.
They look like Carlos Gomez out there wearing number 27, literally swinging out of his shoes.
Well, he took a big rip at it, I'll say that. Jordan Carter running at first base. He's the tying run. He's the one that matters for Frontier. Alexander brings it to the plate. Swing and a miss. Had him way off stride that time. 0-2 now on the hitter.
Yeah, he wanted to be aggressive. He came into this spot and wanted to be aggressive, and Alexander just taking advantage of that.
He's been aggressive, no doubt about it. That first swing, he's still recovering from back injury probably. He really went after it. Now he steps out. Batter calls timeout. Earlier, you probably weren't able to watch this, but the Warriors left 3 on the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth. So 9 runners stranded the first 4 innings.
You get a chance to win a game where you've done that, and you got to be pretty happy. That won't happen very often.
3 errors on the Warriors today as well, so it's been tough. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Alexander. Swing and a miss. That's the second out of the inning.
He was way out in front of all 3 of those pitches. Alexander just diced him up.
Here comes the catcher, Seth McConaughey. He's the last hope for Frontier. He is 1 for 3 with a walk today.
I believe these guys, first game of conference season, beat Lakeland, the reigning runners-up on a national side. I'm telling you, the Great Rivers Athletic Conference is just about as good as baseball as you'll find anywhere in the state.
Frontier's beaten Lakeland 2 out of 3, so good for them. And the first pitch to McConaughey, taken for a strike on the outside corner. Jordan Carter leads from first. He's the tying run. We're in the top of the 9th inning. 9-8 Warriors. Here's Alexander's next pitch. Just off the plate outside, 1-1.
Carter out there at first, trying to dance a little bit, distract the left-hander. And Alexander just got to know there's 2 outs. I'm an ace of this staff. I can just go right at this guy. That runner doesn't matter.
He's a sophomore. Right? He's been playing a long time and not worried. Throws to first, and Lopez catches the ball up around his eyes. That's high toss over there. Runner back in plenty good shape. They're not going to run him, are they? They don't have that kind of guts. You don't want to have the tying run gunned down at second base. 1-1 pitch to McConaughey. That's strike call.
He had that 5-pitch walk, to Carter there, and Alexander has been dialed since then.
Down to the last strike of the game for the Frontier Bobcats. 9-8 Warriors lead it. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. Throws to second, and sidling into second base is the runner, Carter, on a wild pitch. So now the tying run is a base hit away.
Again, if you're Alexander, you just got to trust your stuff here and get the batter. That's all that matters. But it does put a little bit more pressure on the defense if the ball is hit in play.
Outfield shallow out there, all the way around there. They'll try to get the guy at the plate if he gets it through the infield. 2-2 on the hitter, McConaughey. Alexander's pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Catcher picks it up, throws to first, and that's the ball game. Alexander comes in relief, strikes out 5 out of the 6 hitters, and Warriors win it 9-8. You missed a good one, Zach.
Yeah, absolutely. Just from what you've been telling me and what I can see here, it's a hard-earned victory. All victories count. All victories matter. Wasn't the prettiest. It's a lot to work on if you're Aaron Biddle, but you always take a victory in the draft.
Tell you what, it's going to be some hard feelings about this ball game, and it has not much to do with the 2 teams. But the umpires had a rough day. And here comes our coach back out now. He got tossed, but just a critical play at the wrong time, and I thought he struck out. That was my take on it. The umpire first base said no, he didn't swing, and that's the call he went with. But the next pitch was a base hit. That's the guy that scored the run. And when he scored, McHugh came out and said, "Just throw me out here. I got to go home." So Warriors win it 9-8. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Great post-game show. We're good, Evan.